Welcome to the Empty Netters podcast. Can you believe what this has become?
There was a full 48 hours where I felt like I was like literally Superman.
Jumbo loves playing Fortnite, so he gets on the sticks.
Did TR show you the sauna cycle, or was that already?
No, I invented that.
Almost a year now that I haven't taken a body check. That's kind of nice.
So we are back. We are horned up, and we are going deep.
Finished tonight with some chicken fingers and a few Guinnesses, ran into you guys, and that's where this pod came to life.
Ice is ready, and we are back with another episode of the Empty Netters podcast, brought to you by BetMGM. I'm your host, Dan Powers, over here rocking one of the best jerseys you'll ever see. Malkin in the flesh. Wait, no, that's Dr. Watkins.
I am score. That's what he's. I had you got a hat trick this weekend, man. This might be one of the last ones.
You guys pumping in goals, bro.
That's kind of sad.
You guys scoring 20 goals a game.
It's getting ridiculous, and it makes me scary. Yeah. It makes me afraid for an eventual.
I am scared.
Downturn.
Yeah.
I am scared.
Yeah.
I am frightened.
Yeah.
I am scared. Anyway, yes, good to be here.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And over here, he's gonna hate to hear it, but it's time for another haircut. Chris Powers.
No.
I literally thought you had just gotten your hair cut. Actually,
See? You had, and it looked great, and now it looks fine.
And then it's going to look better.
No, worse.
It goes like this. It goes great right when I get it cut. Oh, it's like weird.
No, it literally just goes downhill.
No, weird. And then it goes, ooh, great.
Every centimeter it grows, you look worse.
And then it goes, oh, weird. And I'm entering that again. And then, dude, wait till you see. Then it really goes.
Are you going to
then it goes homeless.
No. It does get there. But he's leaving out one more great. There's one more great.
Are you going to put him on Queer Eye or something? Is this?
Yeah,
is
he's
this
trying.
Could you imagine?
Also, as
the
always.
boys would they would geek over the opportunity to dress Chris better, to give him a better hairstyle.
I see this could happen.
Wow.
This could happen.
Going.
That would be special.
God, dude, that would be nuts.
Think about what Jonathan would do to your hair.
Talk about a mid-form, dude. Holy shit.
That would be unbelievable. We've got a great episode for you today. Madness going on in the NHL. More coaching fires. We've got debuts. We've got wild card updates. And then Chris Pronger. Stanley Cup winner, gold medal winner, everything winner, new author. Bang. Come on. Joins the pod.
Can I
Hall
read
of
you something?
Famer himself. Yeah, read the note.
Empty Netters. Appreciate you being a part of my journey. Your friend, Chris Pronger, Hall of Fame 2015. Bang. Boom. Legend.
What a cool guy.
What a
He
cool
is
guy.
the man.
Dude,
Can't wait
was
for you to hear
awesome. And he came in on a Sunday.
He sure did on
'Cause
Easter.
He's doing the tour, his brother's down here. He was doing all kinds of stuff. Dude, he pops in, coffee, couple waters, just chopping it with the boys.
Yep.
Yeah.
No hesitation, no nothing.
Could have done it for hours.
He made a joke after where he goes, he was like, a lot of times people meet me and go, I didn't realize you were so tall. And he goes, it says 6'6". And the thing, it's not like this was a secret. No one's been lying about my height this whole
Not trying
time.
to trick anyone.
Yeah. So,
But you know what, dude? He tricked me. Because even with knowing very well, I mean, I was just telling Evan, this was a geek out episode for me a little bit. And I was kind of like, you forget how much you love to play her.
I know.
And sitting with him, just chit-chatting, and I was like, this guy's the fucking man. And even with that, I was like, I knew how big you were, but he's a big 6'6".
But what I was going to say is I would have
looks
seen him in
phenomenal.
person. I would have been terrified to play him.
Oh, dude.
Like we were joking about Troy Terry having no hits, and I'm like, I'd go in the corner with Troy Terry all day. You couldn't pay me. There is not an NHL salary big enough to pay me to go in the corner with Chris Pronger.
Absolutely not. Legend. Can't wait for you to hear it. We got a beer league hotline to wrap things up. Let's jump on into the hot ice. Patty Waugh. Gassed by Matthew Darche and the New York Islanders. Stunning stuff.
Dude.
We thought it was crazy that Bruce Cassidy got fired with 8 games left. Try 6 games
Hold
left.
my fucking beer, dude.
Try that.
That's insane.
It's like there's going to be one game left. Somebody's going to get fired.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I said, so the first thing I thought was interesting. Well, actually, let's just talk about Patty Waugh for a second.
Yeah.
Patty Waugh, pretty interesting because when he first became a coach, I was like, oh, wow, he might be just the right type of crazy to be a coach. And then it kind of didn't work, and I was like, oh, damn, that would have been cool. I really like when legends become like good GMs and coaches.
I know,
like,
across sports too. Like
Yeah.
I love it with European football,
Same.
baseball,
Yeah.
football, not so much. I don't care.
Yep. like at basketball. Like I think JJ Redick being coach is sick.
I do think that's cool.
I don't know
too.
if he's that good. I don't watch that much Lakers ball, but if he's,
Steve Kerr, another one, former player, great coach.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is cool. Then Patty Waugh gets the Islanders job, and I was like, sick.
Yeah.
Lou loved him, and maybe this will work. And it kind of like wasn't working, but whatever. But then this year happened, and I was like,
it felt like it was.
Yeah, it was okay. But I was like, nice. And then this happens. So he went 97, 78, and 22 in 3 seasons after taking over for Lane Lambert, who was fired on January 20th, 2024. But the Islanders have lost a season high 4 in a row and 7 of 10 since March 18th. Which again is obviously a stumble here, but not like it's not like that.
Is it like, do we need to panic this hard?
Whoa, dude. So that's interesting. Okay, now I want to say this. When Cassidy got fired, and it was Torts, and we were talking about that here, like, what do you think about the Torts thing? I said, well, I think it mattered that Torts was the assistant coach on USA, and Jack had made some comments that he liked having him around. That's a factor. And I think a guy like DeBoer, who has to be the top choice out there, isn't going to take a job with 8 games left, because he'd go, I'll just wait till the summer firings and I can really see what I want.
Yeah.
And then bang, DeBoer.
Unless an opportunity like the New York Islanders comes about.
So that's my question. Like, is this the team that you're like, oh yeah, this is what I would have taken if I waited?
To me, yes. I was shocked by this firing. Obviously, the stumble, losing 4 in a row, 3 and 7 in your last 10, and you have now fallen out of the playoffs, is insane. Mm-hmm. This I've said it many a times. This is the drunkest wild card race I've ever seen.
It's so wild. It is literally a wild card.
It is a
like,
wild
card. Is that a 5-way tie now? It's
dude,
crazy.
It's fucking mental, because we were stroking off Boston a little bit for them. It felt like they were the only teams that was really just like dropping their nuts and getting shit done. Dude, we'll get into it. The Flyers are in 3rd in the Met now.
Dude, and I've been saying that for a minute.
Like the Flyers are all the way up.
So real quick, Dan, because you just said this, and I agree. Even though Vegas,
hold on, we've got to stay. Oh wait, you're talking about Cassidy.
Yeah.
It's like we have to stay.
Even though Vegas
Waugh
is tied for first, essentially,
in
their trash division.
Yeah,
it is the Cassidy firing. I can wrap my head around, because Vegas was like a cup pick. You know, people were like, Vegas win the cup. They got Marner, blah blah blah. You know,
they are not that. Just so they're firmly in 3rd.
They're 1 point back. Yeah. Sorry, 1 point back. So this one, like, no one had the Islanders even like in the playoff. Like, the Islanders are doing still, even with this stumble, are still exceeding expectations, in my opinion. And to fire him is so crazy. Like, this is crazier than the Cassidy thing.
Well, things have to change, right? I mean, I think that the Islanders were always a wild card team.
Yeah.
So to say exceeding expectations is insane. They're currently below expectations.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think they were a wildcard team. I think they are currently, but they're not exceeding. They're currently meeting my expectations, which was just missing playoffs.
But my point is, when you then get a player like Matthew Schaefer doing what he's doing, and again, they have been this good all season. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, take whatever expectations you had and throw them out the window, because Schaefer showed up. He has played all season. He is the player he is. Now there are new expectations, especially when the Met isn't that good. No disrespect, but Pittsburgh being in 2nd is also not something we expected.
Not at all.
The Flyers being in 3rd is not what we expected. So when you are the Islanders and you've played this well all season and you have Matthew Schaefer doing what he's doing, and no, sir, like, winning the Met or being right behind Carolina should be your expectations. So I completely disagree with what you're saying.
So because I'm like, if the Sharks,
like, what you're doing is you're putting this judgment based on preseason assumptions, and I think that has to be completely thrown out at this point.
Yeah, I guess I would say the Sharks we picked to all be lasting, and we were like, the Sharks might finish 7th this year. They're not ready, and then Macklin goes, I'm going to win MVP, and we've been in the playoffs pretty much all season. And if they fall out now, it'd be like the Sharks right now going, we're firing our coach because we've fallen out of the playoffs. And I'm like, whoa, dude, it's fine.
Well, I mean, don't you think? We did pick them to be like last. I think I picked them to be second to last in their division, and they are currently 3rd to last in their division.
Yep.
So like,
but they were in playoffs.
I know, but dude, you're also completely disregarding the fact that the Pacific is a fucking joke. They have a 527 record.
It's not apples to apples. I'm just giving you a comp that I'm like.
I understand, but what I'm saying is when the Sharks, when we're being like, they were in playoffs all year, they have 79 points, dude, and they're a -36. I love the Sharks, but they have been in playoffs all year because the Pacific is horrible.
Right.
So like we can't act like it's like, oh my God, the Sharks are so good. They've been a blast and they've been good and fun to watch, but I don't think their playoff race has been comparable to an Eastern Conference playoff race because
the entire East would be the winning.
Yeah.
The entire Eastern Conference would lead the Pacific Division.
Like the Islanders have 10 more points than them.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not the same. So the firing is shocking to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think Waugh was doing a great job. I think with the help of Schaefer, absolutely. With the help of guys like Kelly Cheeseman and Matthew Darsh, like just a great group of people with the Islanders right now, making them a super fun team. This feels to me like a result of, remember a few episodes ago when we were talking about who would be heartbreaking and devastating to miss the playoffs? And you were like, the Islanders.
Yeah.
The Islanders would be devastating. Well, here they are now, losing 4 in a row, and they're out of playoffs. And I think that this is a result of like, dude, we can't miss playoffs now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, we can't. And Pete DeBoer getting this job is not shocking to me at all because I look at the Islanders and their youth and their future. That's got to be one of the most fun projects in the NHL.
Yeah.
So Pete DeBoer taking the job makes a ton of sense. I also must assume that conversations were had and there's like a, I'm not talking about any shady shit, but I'm talking about hey, Pete, you have to get us in playoffs here. Like, if you hire Pete DeBoer here and you have 4 games left and you go, even frankly, if you go 2-2, that's a failure in these 4 games.
Okay.
I'm not saying Pete DeBoer is going to get fired, but I'm like, you hire Pete DeBoer going, you fucking better get us in playoffs here. Like it is, and it's unlucky that you have lost 4 straight and the Flyers have won 2 straight and are 7-3 in their last. Like that is very unlucky. It's even very unlucky that Pitt is like hot again and has won 2 in a row. But I unfortunately think they're in a position where it's like, you can't miss, guys. Like you cannot miss.
That's definitely what they're saying. But, and you just said this, I think. So, but it's not Pete's future. I thought you were going to say there's definitely been conversations about like, hey, Pete, you are our coach for a long time now.
That is also true.
And there's no way
Pete DeBoer is not Tortorella. This is not a caretaker.
Exactly. And no way, in my opinion, not getting in playoffs changes that. Like if he goes 0-4 and they miss, they're not going to go, we don't actually want you anymore. They're going to go, you are our coach.
Absolutely.
Or if he loses
correct.
2 games, they're like, you know what, we're getting a different coach.
Patrick,
Third
come
one.
back. Yeah.
Absolutely correct. But at the same time, it's like if they go 0-4, if they go 2-2, and they miss playoffs, it's not going to be like, it's all good, dude. Like Pete DeBoer's here for the future. It's a massive letdown. It's not a failure, but it is a massive letdown. Islanders fans will not miss playoffs here and be like this. It's okay, dude. We're working on something. They are going to be fucking furious.
Yeah, just not
rightfully
at Pete. Not at Pete.
Not at Pete.
Because I think this is actually an interesting challenge for a guy like Pete who really has systems where I'm like, you certainly can't. There's not even enough. I bet they're not even practicing at this point in the season because the games are too quick and there's too much wear and tear. Like I doubt Pete even has a chance to go, this is how I like to play, by the way.
Yeah.
He's literally just going to go, hey, what's up? Continue. Who's on PP1? Okay, go. Good. That sounds awesome. Score. Like there is no time
gonna be a big
for him to do
motivator.
anything. Yeah. So it's literally just like is a new face in the locker room.
Yeah.
Did that kick them in the ass?
Well, I mean, I don't want to make assumptions, but do we assume that maybe the players were kind of like, hey, this was not working for us right now? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like sometimes they
you
say
can feel
that.
the temperature of like, I don't know if the coach is connecting anymore with these guys.
Yeah, and it's like, boys, come on now. Look what happened. Now we gotta do something. We gotta be better. That happens sometimes, and I bet it's happening here. Because again, there's just no way that DeBoer's like, change everything. Here's how we're playing now. I'm like,
time.
Holy fuck.
Not enough time.
I mean, like without knowing for sure, I know that that's what happened in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am not here to say that I think that happened in New York. Like I'm not sure on the island the players were like this. We're done with Waugh.
Yeah.
But this one's nuts because Waugh's an intense guy, but nothing I have heard felt like maybe players or fans were like, I'm over this guy.
Yeah, same.
So
Yeah, seems like a blindside to me too, but
incredibly shocking.
yeah.
That was nuts. Who sent that?
well,
Nate,
you know,
Nate
everybody-
texted us.
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
yeah. Our thumbnail guy,
Yeah.
Nate, broke the news to us. This is like that cliche. It's like, it's a copycat league. You know?
Yeah,
Do you think they do this now because of what happened in
Torch
Vegas?
is 4-0, and they're like, holy fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
we
are
need
they
to go
like looking
4-0.
at that going
Yeah.
like, I guess we can now. Anybody can do it.
Dude, Ev, I know that's slightly hyperbolic, but I don't hate that take because
Copycat league.
yeah, and it's like there was not a stigma, but I bet people were like, bro, you can't be firing coaches right now. And then Vegas was like, fuck it.
Why
And
not?
Vegas is such a like, we don't give a shit franchise.
For sure.
That
Yeah.
like, and Torts is winning, and they're like, dude, we need to win these 4 games, to Dan's point. We need to win these 4
Yeah.
games. So just whatever is going to light a fire under the boys, fucking do it. And if we didn't see Waz the future anyway, then bang.
You know what I really like the idea of? I like the idea of getting ahead of the game because
The board could get a better offer.
you literally,
Yes,
Chris.
that's what I know.
Like, what if the Sharks were to make a change at in their coaching department at the end of the season? What if Detroit fires McClellan if they miss? And all of a sudden there's 5 teams with great youth and good projects that are like, yo, DeBoer, what's up? Like, I think this is a pretty savvy move by Darsh here. If they're like, was not it for the future. The losing streak down the stretch is not acceptable. We've got a whole new movement here. We want a good offensive coach. There's a great one available.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen now. Like, I actually, if that was kind of the mentality, I love that move because you don't want to give him the opportunity of all of a sudden, let's be real, man. Is the Sharks not number one when you think about opportunities? You have Will Smith and Macklin Celebrini, who's potentially about to win MV fucking P, who is 19. That's pretty enticing to a coach. Being in California as well. So it's like, I kind of like the move of get ahead of
Yeah,
him.
and like we're thinking ahead. It's like when you go to the bar and it's really crowded and you're like, I'm just going to order 2 beers right now.
We'll have 2, please.
We'll get 2
Yeah.
because I'm not
Maybe
extending
3.
this line
Maybe
again.
3.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple, maybe a shot too. You know?
Do it right. Yeah, right now. Let's speed this up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This line's too long.
So wild stuff. Islanders fans, if you're upset about Waugh getting fired, I totally get that, but I'll also say you should be happy about DeBoer. So, fuck.
Yeah.
You know, wild. Let's see what happens in these 4 games. Wild card update, CP.
Are you ready?
Take us through.
Lot of action since last episode.
Before you even get into this, I want to just run down and say this. In the East, clinched. Tampa Bay Lightning, Buffalo fucking Sabres, Montreal Canadiens, Carolina Hurricanes. They have all clinched a playoff spot. No seed has officially been clinched yet.
And I will say, I have removed the Habs from the standing breakdown because, in my opinion, they are top 3 confirmed. In my opinion.
I think they clinched, didn't they?
They clinched playoffs, but I'm
clinched.
saying they are now out of the wild card discussion.
I
I don't think the Habs are
Right.
in a wild card fight anymore, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, if they lose out or go like even one, they have 5 games left. They go 1-4, and Boston wins 4 in a row. That
It could
absolutely
happen.
they could.
Yeah,
And
but I'm just saying, in
Yeah.
my opinion, the Habs
it does
are
feel
top
like
3.
they're probably safe.
Yep.
Yes. And what a great run, 8-2.
Oh, dude,
like
it's amazing.
they're fucking flying.
Someone chirped me.
Dobesh was so good. Oh, and he was like getting in the mixer too. I love it.
Someone chirped me online because I was like going through the DMs about something and I saw it, and Nate Dogg scored. I think it was probably only his 48th, and he now has 51. And someone was like, "CP's Nate will finish the year at 49 pick, looking worse every second," or something like that. And I was like, I said 49 because I was like, I wonder if Cole could score 10 in the next 14 games and get to 50 and win the Rocket. And Nate already has 51, but Cole has fucking 49 already and is going to score over 50 and still might win the Rocket.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Those 4 teams have clinched. In the West, and also in the East, eliminated the New York Rangers, the Stanley Cup defending champions Florida Panthers eliminated from playoffs, and the Toronto Maple Leafs eliminated. You are out of playoffs.
Ridiculous.
Officially. In the West, clinched Colorado, Dallas, and Minnesota. That is it. Eliminated the Blackhawks and the Canucks. That is it, which is hilarious. Like the fact that the Flames in Seattle are still in it.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is crazy. What is going on?
If Dallas, and we're only talking wild card here, but I'll just throw this tidbit in. If Dallas pukes up home ice to Minnesota with another late season absolute fucking free fall, they have some splaining to do.
They do. Do you think that in that matchup, either one of them really needs that?
Nope. I'll probably still pick the Stars. Probably.
Yeah.
But I will say the fucking Wild last year against Vegas in that first round were they stepped their shit up in playoffs. And I was like, man, this would be a scary team to play.
Okay. Now get us into the wild card rundown.
Okay, Dan, react to every result, please. Thursday night, because we recorded and it came out Thursday morning. Thursday night, the Sens beat the Sabres 4-1.
Monumental for the Sens. And I will say, Sabres,
agree.
You should want to win the Atlantic.
Yeah.
So not a good loss.
Yep. Pens lost to the Bolts 6-3.
Big for the Bolts.
Oh, yeah, for that one seed.
Yep.
For that one seed. Bruins lost to the Cats 2-1.
I think Boston is safe. It's more like can you get this boogeyman out of your closet?
I know.
For fuck's sake.
Habs beat the Rags 3-2.
Crucial.
Incredible. Wings beat the Flyers 4-2.
Absolutely crucial for the Wings.
Yep.
But that's about as good as it got for them for the rest of the weekend.
Jackets lost to the Canes 5-1.
Tough opponent, but brutal for the Jackets.
And they had just lost to them like Tuesday also. And I was like, you got to burn and learn, dude.
know.
You got to burn and learn. You get the split. Caps lost to the Devils 7-3.
Jack Hughes is the best player in the league since the Olympics.
Correct.
That's what I'll say about
and
that.
also the Caps, who I knocked out of the playoffs like a week ago, really came back. And then they have had a horrible run in the last couple of days. The Jets lost to the Stars 3-0.
Unexpected.
Yep, tough one. Knights beat the Flames 6-3.
Torts.
Important. Sharks beat the Leafs 4-1.
Huge.
Mammoth beat the Spunk 6-2.
Huge.
Preds beat the Kings 5-4 in the shootout.
Completely unacceptable game by the Kings.
At least they came back.
But their fight back was something we haven't seen.
Yep.
And then we also saw it where it was something we'll get to.
Hold.
So good signs for the Kings and crucial game for the Preds.
Friday, the Flyers beat the Islanders 4-1.
Completely unexpected flip with these two teams in the match.
I think you need to start put some loving on the Flyers. I mean, you are now loving them, but I'm saying you need to think they're better than they are.
I said completely unexpected, not unacceptable.
Yep. Saturday, the Wings lost to the Rags 4-1.
That loss was take the watch off of Fraud Watch with Detroit.
Oh shit, Dan.
Dude, losing to the fucking Rangers when you were fighting for your fucking life to get into the playoffs finally and not do this collapse that you've done the last two seasons. Losing to the eliminated Rangers 4-1, you are now frauds.
Dude, we were...
Keep going.
Yeah, we were out of town and we just could not believe that. Sens lost to the Wild 4-1.
Wild getting hot.
Bruins lost to the Bolts 3-1.
Big for the Bolts.
Bolts getting hot again. Pens beat the Cats 9-4.
This was the moment when the Penguins, I was like, you guys are horny.
Yeah.
Penguins are the horniest team in the East right now.
Yep.
Actually, maybe the Flyers are, but the Penguins are horny.
Yep. Caps beat the Sabres 6-2.
Don't like it for the Sabres. Like I said, Sabres, you want to win. You want that one seed.
Isles lost to the Canes 4-3.
Just brutally tough matchup in a bad skid.
Jets beat the Jackets 2-1.
Completely unacceptable by the Jets. Or the Jackets.
And the Jets just like, they're not
going
to get
are
in.
Out,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Like everyone stop talking about the Jets. You're dead. God,
they could get in. I bet they do. Mammoth beat the Canucks 7-4.
Unbelievable.
Kings beat the Leafs 7-6.
Unbelievable. Such a fun game. And again, the fight back we saw against the Preds came to life in this game as well. Obviously, they gave up a late goal that let it go to OT, but the OT goal by Q Panarin was so, and Juice was so nasty. Huge stay alive win for the Kings.
Yep. Knights beat the Oilers 5-1, 4-0 under Torts.
That's all I'm going to say.
That's amazing.
Torts!
Yeah.
Just gonna scream it.
Ducks lost to the Flames 5-3.
Ducks got to get their shit together.
Preds beat the Sharks 6-3.
Preds won't go away.
And I now think, I'm not sure who has the tiebreaker over the Preds and Sharks, because the Preds have it over to the Kings, so it might be now the Preds control their own destiny. Because the Kings puked that up and the Sharks might have with this loss.
Yeah, that might be the case.
Spunk lost to the Hawks 4-2. I think the Spunk is dead.
Yep.
Sunday, the Wings lost to the Wild 5-4.
So
coming back from 4-1.
Yeah. Okay, so may I take a pause?
Yes, you may.
I actually said yesterday during Hockey Talk, I was like, the Red Wings have 5 games left after that loss.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I was like, that loss is so poop. It's, again, the Wild are hot.
Yeah.
So it's tough. The Red Wings have 5 games left. They have 88 points. They're 2 points back from wild card spot behind Ottawa. The Red Wings need to go 4-1 if they want a chance.
Okay. Let's see here, Dan.
You don't even need to go into it. Like, or you're going to get their schedule.
I'm just curious who they got.
Yeah.
So 4-1, and they have.
And I mean that. I don't mean literally because
but yeah, anything could happen.
anything could happen.
But that has to be their
I mean it on principle. Yep. Like, for the love of God, give yourself a fucking fighting chance, and your only fighting chance is 4-1.
Jackets at home. You don't have to say win or loss. I'm just saying Jackets at home.
Brutal game. Because you're
Flyers-
fighting a feral animal in a cage, also fighting for its life.
Flyers at home. Same.
Brutal game.
Devils at home, who've been nasty. But
But
they're out. But
you
they've
should.
been nasty.
You have to win that game.
Tampa on the road, and Tampa will need that win.
Horrendous.
And then Cats on the road, who are eliminated.
Yeah.
You should win that.
It is going to be
stretch.
an absolute battle, but you need to go 4-1.
Yep. Okay. Still on Sunday, Pens beat the Cats 5-2.
Horny team. Malkin, Hattie.
Malkin, Hattie. Flyers beat the Bruins 2-1 in overtime.
Who had that OT goal?
Porter Martone, first career NHL goal, OT winner, friend of the program.
Come on.
That was sick. Sens, and I actually loved that result because the Bees got the point too, and I was like, this was great. Sens beat the Canes 6-3. Massive.
The Sens, dude. Well, after all the shit talk about Brady wanting to leave, the Sens are showing a lot of fight. You love to see it.
Caps lost to the Rags 8-1.
Wow.
If that isn't the, your Caps were kind of surging here, if that isn't the sign of hang it up, dude.
They're still kind of in that tie, though.
There's so much.
They're
how do
if
you
they
do
had
that?
won 2 of those games, they'd be in much better.
Dude, they're very alive. They are very,
the
very
Rags
alive.
and the Devils. Okay, East standing update. And again, I took the Habs out. So the Pens are in second, 78 played 96 points. Flyers in third, 77 played 90 points. Bruins wildcard 1, 78-95. Sens wildcard 2, 77-90. Isles out 78-89.
Yep.
Wings out 77-88. Jackets out 77-88. Caps out 78-87.
And that's it. Devils are done.
The Sens are in control. And I think that's scary if you're, the Wings and the Jackets.
And they've been good in their last 10. This is what it comes down to always, right? It's the last 10 games of the season. Mm-hmm. If you're in this race, how do you perform? Boston is 6-3-1 in their last 10.
Yep.
Ottawa is 6-3-1 in their last 10. Flyers are 7-3. Penguins are 6-4. The Islanders are 3-7. The Red Wings are 4-6. The Jackets are 3-6-1. It is like we get all these messages from the fans who are like, these fucking teams are killing me. And as a bitch boy fan of every team, and I'm watching and paying attention out of love for these teams and these fans, it is catastrophic what is happening to the Islanders, Red Wings, and Blue Jackets. Yep. We just watch every game. The Wings have lost 2 in a row. Blue Jackets have lost 3 in a row. Islanders have lost 4 in a row. You are watching games that are playoff games.
Yeah.
And when you were Columbus and Detroit specifically, because the Islanders have been in playoffs within recent years, you're like, dude, are you guys fucking my dad?
Yeah.
It's insane. And Wings fans, who I have such a soft spot for, there's been so much success for us growing up with the Red Wings. Cups, perennial playoff teams, but we're coming up. This would be year 10. If they miss playoffs, this is year 10 for the
Detroit. It feels weird for the Wings to be not good.
Yeah. I agree.
You know what I mean?
And it's I just can't believe. And if you're the Wings, I know it's a different division, but if you're the Wings, and you could even say Blue Jackets because they are the same division, and you're watching the Flyers out of fucking nowhere just surging here, and all of a sudden they're in third. You are so jealous and mad and confused.
Wings, because the Wings were like leading the Atlantic a couple times. Maybe not first, but I think they were.
They might have been.
Yeah.
I mean, they were definitely no, they were.
They were definitely second. Many
there
times.
were moments where they were first in the Atlantic. And it's like one game with a game, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like it is unthinkable that the Ides of March came through and castrated you yet again. And now you're 4-6 in your last 10 on a 2-game losing streak with 5 games left that are truly all must win.
I will say, yeah. Fire him. I will say, Sens have Tampa at home today, if you're listening to this. Cats at home, Islanders on the road, Devils on the road, Toronto at home, which you should get.
Feels a little bit. That was the Sens?
Yeah,
a little bit easier than Detroit's run,
but
I think.
Barely, because Tampa at home, like Tampa wants.
What do you
this.
think "little bit" means? You fucking twat.
Good point.
Barely, little bit, same thing.
Good point. And to your point, Dan, earlier, the Sens homestand that they're on was home versus Buffalo, Minnesota, and Carolina.
Yeah.
Which is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah,
and they beat Buffalo, lost Minnesota, beat Carolina. Like they could have easily lost those 3 and be out. Yeah. You know, and they're like, dude, we beat 2 first-place teams, and now we got Tampa. If we beat them, I'm like, okay,
totally,
you deserve it. Okay, West standings. I put the Pacific in too because it's just insane. Yeah, Oilers in first, 77-87. Ducks in second, 77-87. Dude, by the way,
the Oilers being in first place is so funny. And Evan, how many times this season have I said, Oilers fans, calm down. Nothing matters.
Yep.
Literally nothing matters. Yep. Leon being hurt, nothing matters. Yep. Like it is, and here they are in first place. Yep. Hilarious.
Dude, Sean from The Pint texted me, and he was like, look at the Oilers, and we were just chatting about them. And he goes, the first division title in 40 years is within reach. That's insane, just typing it. And I was like, you haven't won the Pacific in 40 years? And he was like, yeah, dude. It's the current or old format since 1987. And I was like, that is fucking insane.
Ridiculous.
Dude. Like, that blew my mind.
But it is also insane, especially with Torts, that Vegas just might win.
Dude, I know. So Oilers first, 77-87. Ducks second, 77-87. Knights third, 77-86. So that is extremely up for grabs.
Yeah.
Insane. Mammoth, wild card 1, 76-86. Pretty much ready to put them in, but we'll see.
I feel like the Mammoth are safe. But again, what's nuts is like the Mammoth have 6 games left. Uh-huh. So do the Preds. So do the Kings. Sharks have 7. Yeah. Anything can happen.
Yes.
In these games. So especially with these teams.
Yeah, great, because these teams aren't even that good.
I mean, we're talking about, Chris, even though the Ducks in there, I hate to say it because we love the Duckies, but like Ducks are a -14 on the season. Preds, -22. Kings, -26. Sharks, -36. Like these teams, anything can happen every single game.
And Dan, if the Kings, let's knock the Kings up to 77 games to make them even with those 3 Pacific teams, and let's say they win, they're 77-83. So they're 3-4 points behind. Like the Kings could get in a top 3 spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Knights could fall into the wild. Anybody could fall into the wild card. The Ducks could fall into the wild card. So Preds wild card 2, 76-81. Kings out also 76-81, but don't have the tiebreaker versus the Preds.
Yep.
Sharks out 75-79. So if they win their game in hand, they're at 81, and I don't know who holds that tiebreaker.
Yep.
The Sharks hold it over the Kings, I know that, but I don't know if they hold it over the Preds because they just lost to the Preds. Jets out 76-78, and I think you're harsh by knocking them completely out, but
I'm being a cunt.
Blues out 75-76.
You know?
Spunk out 75-75. Think Spunk's probably dead.
Yeah.
This one is a cluster, dude.
So you know what's nuts about this?
I also want to show you guys this. Keep talking though.
Current playoff, if the playoffs were set right now in the West, we would have Colorado playing Nashville. I think that's a sweep.
Okay.
We would have Edmonton playing Utah. Absolutely anyone can win that series.
Yeah.
We have Anaheim, Vegas. I personally believe anyone can win that series because of how Vegas has been so confusing. But then also there's a world where Vegas is just like, really?
Yeah.
Like we've been here since been
I got
here.
Jack. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So, but you then swap LA, and I will include the Sharks, dude. It is hilarious that the fucking Blues are 1 point behind. The Blues,
I know,
are 1 point behind them. And the Jets. It's ridiculous. But you swap either of those teams in and play anyone of this Pacific jumble, and I'm like, I don't know, dude.
Yep.
Even the Kings Oilers. Even if that were to happen, I'm like, this year, I'm like, I don't know. Like, fucking Christ. It is, I think the West, round one, is going to be so fun.
Yes.
Because it's going to be pure chaos.
So let me read you guys this. I saw this because I was looking something up that I'll talk to you about later. But Thursday, April 16th is the last day of the NHL season 2026, regular season. There are 6 games. This is the last day of the year. There are 6 games. One is Avs versus Spunk.
So what day is it?
Thursday, April 16th.
Okay.
One of the games is Avs versus Spunk, whatever. Here are the other 5 games. Blues versus Mammoth.
Hilarious.
Oilers versus Canucks. Sharks versus Jets. Kings versus Flames. Ducks versus Preds. Every single one of those teams you just named are all playing or playing each other on the last day of the season.
Yeah.
Like that playoff spot is going to be decided
Playoffs start then.
on Thursday, April 16th.
I mean,
Like so much, like the seeding in the Pacific and the wild card, probably just wild card 2, but
it's legitimately been this way for 2 weeks now. We're already in playoffs.
Yep.
Like, fans, it's playoff hockey.
started.
Already. It has started.
I feel bad for the graphics people at all these places. They're
Yeah.
like, what teams can I put in the goddamn, like in the hopper, ready to go in
Honestly.
the graphics? I'm not going to know until the last goddamn minute.
I also feel bad for in-arena operations
Yes.
because you're trying to have fun at the games, and I'm like, no, dude, it's not fun time. This is do or die time.
Yeah.
You know, like you're showing kids on the Jumbotron and stuff, and I'm like, lock the fuck in. Every game needs to be a win. Absolutely
Enough of this kiss cam
insane.
bullshit.
Absolutely insane. All right. You had some Crosby stuff you want to talk about.
yeah, just a couple quick hitters to get out of the hot ice. Sidney Crosby hit 72 points with his 3-pointer last night, and he can only play 70 games this year, which means yet again
21 straight seasons.
21 straight seasons, extends his record of point per game. Incredible. An incredible feat. On the broadcast, they were like, this, when he did it, they were like 21 seasons of over point per game. That, and it was, Army was on the show, but I forget who Army was with. But the guy goes, that will never be touched. And I was kind of like, what? It could be. Like, is it Connor?
Yeah, you
Like,
could be.
what's
You
Connor?
could be. You could be. But I think that, was it a local broadcast?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was home cooking.
Yeah, but I was like,
That's
and I'm
all
not
right.
saying it definitely will. I'm just saying it certainly could be touched. Like,
It
certainly
could be.
Connor.
I'll tell you what, if he keeps playing a few more seasons, maybe it becomes harder.
Yeah. But surely
But-
Connor's been point per game every year, right? I'm going to check right now.
I mean, like, I know early days Nate didn't, but I feel like, but still, 21 straight is like,
Is amazing.
I think the cooler stat is it's literally every year of his life, right?
Yes. Yeah. And Connor is 11 so far and every year of his life because he got 48 and 45 as a rookie.
Yeah.
So he's stuck in there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, yeah,
But very sick.
it's so sick.
This weekend was great for me.
Yep. Yeah,
Just
correct.
Two back-to-back just complete spankings.
Just ass whoopings.
Yeah.
But Sid, I mean, we don't need to harp on it. This is yet another example of when I'm like, Sid is obviously on the Mount Rushmore.
Breaking news, he's good.
Yeah, and he's obviously on Mount Rushmore. And the fact that there are some humans out there who don't think that, blow my mind.
Completely agree.
Blow my mind.
Next one we already mentioned, but Puerto Martone, congrats, buddy.
Yeah,
First
just
goal.
some more stick taps to Porter. Unbelievable. You love to see it. And listen, man, a Surgeon Flyers team, and you got that kid, special.
Dude, sick. Power play weapon.
Makes you think some of the other teams in the league who have some of these
Get
young
'em up.
guys, maybe call them up.
Get him up.
Maybe.
And then Zach Hyman out a couple weeks, they said.
Hey,
Interesting.
Do you want to know what I think about that?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
But it did, in fact, matter last year.
It will. Nothing matters until playoffs.
But there's just so much happening in that West race. You're like, God damn, no
Yeah.
Dry, no Hyman. Like, what the fuck?
Absolutely insane.
Doesn't matter. Okay, let's take an ad break.
That's going to do it for Hot Ice. Let's take a quick ad break, and then we will jump into our interview with Chris Pronger.
How many times do I have to tell you about my favorite BetMGM promotion? It is called the Hat Trick Jackpot, and it is numbies. All you have to do is bet on someone to be an anytime goal scorer, and then you activate the Hat Trick Jackpot, and if they score 3 or more, if they get that Hattie, which Hattie's been popping off. Malkin just got a Hattie. Someone just got their first Hattie. It was amazing. I'll remember soon, but there was hatties flying all over the place. And if your guy scores a hat trick, you get your share of 10 G's in bonus bets, which is absolutely incredible. Okay, so what you do is you log into your BetMGM account. And if you haven't signed up yet, it's even better, because what you do is you use that promo code NETTERS. That's NETTERS. And then you place your bet. So if your bet loses, you can get your welcome offer, your $1,500 in a first bet losing offer. And if this guy scores a goal, you win your bet. And if the guy scores a hattie, you get your share of 10 G's in bonus bets. Unbelievable. BetMGM is unbelievable. The hat trick jackpot is unbelievable. Make it legendary. Please, please.
We are joined right now by a Dryden, Ontario native. Come on.
Yes.
The second overall pick in the 93 draft by the Hartford Whalers.
And I remember who went second that year.
Unbelievable. Who also played for the Blues, the Oilers, the Ducks, and the Flyers. He's a World Junior gold medalist, a World Championship gold medalist, a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, a Norris Trophy winner, a Hart Trophy winner, last defenseman to do it. How are ya? A Stanley Cup champion, making him a member of the Triple Gold Club in hockey. Fantastic. And a 2015 inductee into the Hockey Hall of Fame, Chris Pronger. Welcome to the Empty Netters.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Very, very exciting stuff. Five-time NHL All-Star.
Pretty sick.
Come on. The hit list goes on.
26 years ago. Can you believe that?
Oh my God.
Since Bobby Orr. Since
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
Isn't
that's
that
a long
crazy?
time ago.
That's actually insane.
I mean, it was
And-
2 gaps, right? Bobby was 73,
yeah.
then you, and now it's been
It
26
was
years.
27 years.
Yeah.
And now it's been 26 years.
Whoa, so maybe that's sharp
Yeah,
action.
27 years.
Next year, defenseman's
it's
going
been
to win.
26 years since.
Yeah, so next year,
So
defenseman's
next
going to
year,
win. Yeah,
that
We're
is-
going off of
Hey,
past precedent.
hey,
We are all about precedent,
Folks,
right?
BetMGM, that's sharp action right now.
Hit that.
Next year, hammer that.
Yeah.
Some defenseman is winning the Hart next
that's
season.
incredible. My
That is
God.
unbelievable. Well, man, like we just mentioned, all the teams, you were a Duck for a long time.
I was.
Now here we are back in Southern California. Do you love it here?
Yeah, do you miss it?
I miss the weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was my first year in Anaheim, 364 and a half days of sunshine. God. It drizzled one morning on my way to the rink, and I'm like, what?
No,
What is going on
just
here?
happened? Yeah, that's awesome.
Isn't it funny when it rains here, you walk outside and you're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. Hold on. Now, the byproduct of that is, if you recall, there was a massive fire that came up the 5.
Yep.
Yep.
And unfortunately, our team doctor lost his house, and a few guys that
really?
was
Yeah.
right in that area in Tustin that took the brunt of it. So
Yeah.
there are consequences
Yes.
to this
The
nice
perfect
weather.
weather,
And then
yeah.
obviously the Pacific Palisades and all the rest of it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're going to head back down to Hermosa later, and that's
Yes.
always a treat. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Beach bound.
God, it's insane.
We'll
Every
get you
time
right
I'm
back
down
into Shellback. It'll be great.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
That's how you, that's how you spend Easter. Dude. That's how you spend Easter in Shellback. I've always said that.
Wow. I was thinking, where am I going to do my Easter brunch? You'd say it's Shellback for
I've
sure.
always said that. That's
Oh,
incredible.
that's unbelievable.
Well, dude, after a couple years in Hartford, you go to the Blues.
Yep.
And my first question is, and I've heard you talk about this before, but I'm just so interested. As a young guy in the league, you get on a team with Brett Hull and Al McGinnis, and then you guys trade for Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? And you said a little bit about the pressure shift of that
Yeah.
too, but I just wanted to hear what it was like as such a young guy playing with people like that, and then Wayno comes in.
what people don't realize is that even when I first got there, we had Guy Carbonneau on our team.
Yeah, right.
We had Dale Howardchuk on our team.
Yep.
Like we just start going through, and Mike shuttled them off in a hurry.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
They weren't there very long, and so go through all of that, and obviously Hully and Al and
Yeah.
Fiersey, Jeff Courtnall.
Yeah.
We had some great veterans on that team.
Yeah.
And then we get Gretz, and it's I'm at this inflection point of being booed relentlessly.
Yeah.
And then I'm slowly kind of getting myself out of it. I'm getting in better shape, and I'm
Yep.
playing a little bit better. Still, I think the fans were a little uneasy.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get Gretz, and all attention just shifts to him, which
yeah.
was perfect timing
Yep.
as I was trying to get out of my doldrums. And just being able to watch the great one handle the notoriety, handle the media, handle all the scrutiny, good and bad, and just the whole sideshow that is the great one at that point in his career
Definitely.
was awesome. And it gave me as all the fan attention went to him, it gave me the quiet time and the peace to kind of really figure it out. And that's really when I stopped listening to all the commentary and all the boos and all the stuff. And that's when my game really started to take off.
Yeah, that's amazing. What was he like in the locker room with you guys? At that point in his career, what was he like in the locker room?
He was great.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I'm 21 years old. I'm obviously going through all the stuff I'm going through.
God.
I'm kind of staying out of the way, letting them do their thing.
Yeah.
But he was awesome to, practice games, obviously, and just to really be a sponge and just watch everything that he did.
Yep.
If you're a sponge in a situation like that, you can take away so much just in how he handled himself. We would get into it on the road. He'd put his bag in his room. They'd go for, we'd go for dinner or they'd go for dinner. I mean, he was in his hotel room at 9.
Really?
Get out.
9
really.
o'clock, and he'd be up at, he'd get 11 hours of sleep or whatever, however long he was sleeping. And
Love that.
So just from a recovery standpoint, you didn't really get it, but you learn, okay, he's, expectations and pressure on his performance and what he's going to do on a nightly basis was critical.
Yeah, that's cool to hear, actually, because I feel like the narrative now is like guys get to train and recover now. Nobody was doing that shit back then, but it's like, no, they were aware.
Yeah, he was paying attention.
Yeah,
And it's amazing. You always hear stories about guys
and by the way, nothing good happens after 10 o'clock.
Dude, that
Especially if you're him.
That is how I live.
By the way,
my
read
life,
the book
baby.
because there's plenty of that in there.
It's true. And listen, sometimes we chase it, and that is confirmed every single time.
Yes.
But it's awesome. We always hear stories about him and other guys like that who have that larger than life vibe, but then they still maintain this unbelievable leadership quality that shows you how to play, how to act, be professional, and never really exude that sort of presence of being larger than life.
Great
It's like in the
teammate,
room.
great person.
Yeah.
And just how they carried themselves. You just see, they're just, when you're that person, you want to be one of the guys.
Totally.
And, the ribbing and all the things that you guys know goes on in a locker room. It just, he's a part of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the best.
Nobody's off limits.
Yeah, right. And that's
And,
cool too.
with that expectation early on, obviously he had a great relationship with Holly and knew him well and knew Al and some of these older guys. So, and Court. So, they knew.
Yeah.
And then we picked up, we had Charlie Huddy, my D partner, Charlie Huddy, who was then my coach in Edmonton, Jay Wells. We had all these guys that had been around a long time.
Yeah.
And so they knew him very well.
Yeah.
So, it was a really good mix for him.
And I think too, as a future captain of 3 franchises, I always feel like NHL captains are in a way shaped by the captains they had before. So I mean, it's a great learning
Absolutely.
curve.
Yeah. Who better to learn from?
Yeah, that's incredible.
It's called the great one for
It's like
a reason.
a list of one.
yeah.
It's called the great one for a reason.
God damn. Okay, so now I have to hear it from you. In the 98 conference semis, you take game 2, you take a slap shot right here, bang, to the ticker. We actually had Alec Martinez on the other day, and he took, he had the skate to the face injury. And it's like, you see these catastrophic injuries sometimes, and I think it's hard for people to even process what it is like going through that as the player. So I know you've talked about it a little bit, but just tell our fans.
Do you remember that moment?
Yeah,
Like vividly still?
Vividly.
Yeah.
Really?
Vividly.
Jesus.
I remember how much it hurt. Like, it just was like a sharp, I got hit right in the heart with the slap shot. We're killing the penalty. I stepped out and, like we do 1,000 times, into the lane, blocked a shot. Dmitry Miranov's got a bomb.
Yeah.
And he hits me, boom, and it hit me directly in the heart, right under your nipple.
Yeah.
And boom. And it stung.
Yeah.
And I was like, and we're in Detroit, so I'm like, cover the puck.
Yeah.
Like it takes over. You're like, cover the puck, get a whistle, then get up and get to the bench.
Yeah.
Don't let these fans
anyone see anything.
be able
Yeah.
to think, oh, he's hurt.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm thinking that I blacked out on the ice, but I got up. I blacked out, but I still got up.
Yeah.
And kind of stumbled between. Thank God I fell sideways.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have been the
Face
Kevin
first.
Stevens.
Yeah.
Boom. And fell. Kind of my hands were kind of here, and I fell, and I had a little bit of issue with my ear. But other than that, everything was great. And then all of a sudden, like, boom, I come to, and I'm like staring up at the Joe Louis rafters and all the banners and everything. I'm like,
Did we win?
wait a second. I'm like, I was in the corner. Last time I remember, I was in the corner covering the puck. Why am I out here in the middle looking up, and my stuff's cut open, and I kind of glance over to the side, see the bench. Holly's crying, and all these guys are like, they don't know what to do, what's happening. And then, I kind of came to, and the trainer was right here, and he's like, okay, now you're back. All right, take it easy. Don't move. And, I get the team doctors and the Detroit doctors, and everybody's out there. And I'm just trying to figure out what is going on. He's like, listen, you got hit, you passed out. And so he came to tell me, he's like, listen, your lips were turning blue.
Jesus
you were like,
Christ.
you weren't breathing. Like, we were starting to panic.
Yeah.
It's about 25 seconds of no breathing while they were there. And then all of a sudden, he was getting ready to do mouth to mouth, and like, boom.
Yeah.
took a
back.
breath and kick-started. And so what happened was it was commotio cordis.
Yeah.
I got hit in the heart. It was about to beat. Like there's just a sequence of events with that electrical current. It was going to beat. It got hit. And it happens a lot in Little League Baseball where you get a line drive back and it hits a little kid in the chest. Unfortunately, a lot of times those kids die because their bodies and their heart are not strong enough. They're not mature enough and developed enough. So, he tells me that, and he was like, we were starting to panic.
Yeah.
Like,
Of course.
this is not good. And so luckily I came back, get in the bus, go to the hospital. And the bus, meaning the ambulance. For those not really knowing what a bus is.
This is a yellow school bus, folks.
Yes, this is not the yellow bus. And so get in, get to the hospital. Now I'm hooked up to all the stuff, and they're kind of tracking me. Now they kind of tell me they're not sure what happened.
Yeah.
But they think, this is kind of what happened. But, fly back home the next morning, go right to the heart specialist in St. Louis. She puts on a heart monitor to track me for 24 hours to see if there's any arrhythmia issues or anything like that. And I'm working out. I got my suit on. I got my dress shoes on. Yeah. I'm running on the treadmill. Not a great runner to begin with.
Yeah, you're like, this isn't the hard
This is not ideal for me.
Yeah.
This is
Can
not
I ride the
thing.
bike?
Yeah,
I'm a bike guy. I'm not a runner. So I'm doing all that stuff. And so as I do that, she's kind of walking me through what happened. It's commotio cordis. This is what happened. Your heart skipped a beat. That's how much oxygen it took to you're done. And so as she walked me through all that, she's like, listen, we don't want to make any decisions yet. Wear this heart monitor, go home, eat, rest up. We'll see you in the morning. Because I kept asking, I'm like, well, can I play?
Yeah, right.
What's the deal?
Yeah.
And, we're going to game 3. We're down 2-0. I'm like, important game at home. And so I go home, sleep, get up, go back, do another battery of tests, get on the friggin' treadmill again, this time in my running shoes. Do it again. And, she looks at my, not the EKG, the heart monitor I was wearing with tracking my heart and all that stuff, looking for any blips, looking for any issues. And then she starts walking me through, like, there are no short-term side effects, no long-term side effects. It's a freak occurrence, like winning the lottery.
Yeah.
Could it happen again? Maybe, but again, same sequence of events. Yeah. And it's not like it's just going to happen because it happened once.
It's like being struck by lightning.
Exactly. It may happen. It may not happen. It just, it's kind of random. And so she's walking me through all this stuff. And I'm like, so I'm good. And she's like, well, if you want to, you can. It just depends on how you are mentally and how you're going to play. So I, go home, do pregame meal, nap, whatever, go down to the rink. I tell Joel, I walk in, I'm like, I'm going to take warm up, see how I feel. And then kind of go from there. And, the moment I get my gear on, I'm like, I'm not taking the stuff off.
Yeah.
I get out, warm up, kind of rip around, feel good. There's some fans coming in and like, oh, they see me out there.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
And none of that was public yet, right? Like
No,
the
it
fans
wasn't
were
public
like,
that I was going to. It was, and again, back, you play games with the other team. Like, is he playing? Is he not playing?
Right, sure.
And so, come back in and I see Joel. I'm like, give him the thumbs up. I'm good to go. And then coming out of that tunnel before I get hair standing on the back of my neck every time I tell a story.
Yeah.
Coming out of that tunnel, I was always, I think at that point, like the second or third last guy to come out. And just the crowd, it's dark, it's a playoff, so it's just energy in the building and just everybody erupts as I come out of the tunnel that I'm playing or whatever. And then it's a matter of, okay, either get hit or hit somebody and like just get into the game. And that first hit and you're good. And then you're like, now all of a sudden you just kind of settle in and play the game, but rip the Band-Aid off and just get back in. Who knows if I didn't want it to be a thing.
Yeah.
I was about to say, it's almost like you get in a car accident and it's like, get back on the road. Otherwise, like the longer you go, it can feel weird. Was there any physical pain after?
Yeah.
Like,
no.
that's so
stung,
nuts. Like
so
your heart literally stopped.
It stung. That was the only pain.
Yeah.
It's
like a bruise.
And I guess I was a little short of breath.
Yeah.
It stung and I was like, just from that part.
Yeah.
And then that's it. I didn't, other than them ripping off all the monitors, that stuff hurt. But then again,
the treadmill
the chest hair getting ripped off from the stickers, that sucked.
Exactly.
That is
but
so
it was
crazy.
And it's so funny. Well, not funny, but almost 25 years later, almost to a T, the DeMar Hamlin incident happened.
Yeah.
So then all these media people coming out like, and you got to remember, this was on when Fox had hockey. So this was on Fox.
Yep.
It was a Sunday afternoon game.
Holy shit.
The whole glowing puck and all. this was on Fox. It was on live TV.
Yeah.
This happened. And so, now you're going to Monday Night Football. And I actually was watching the game.
Really? Yeah.
When that happened. And I'm like, holy shit. You don't know what happened.
Yeah, sure.
He was out for a long time.
Yeah.
God, that's crazy.
I was probably 25, 30 seconds. He was out for like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
That was a long time.
Yeah.
But to think from that, so from my incident, they didn't have defibrillators on in the arena. They didn't, they had the doctors up in the nosebleeds. They had, all the things that happened. 3 years later, they instituted change right away. Okay, we got to have defibrillators. We got to have the doctors closer.
Yeah.
We got to have all these things. 3 years later, Yuri Fisher has a heart attack on the bench, and the doctor is right behind the bench. Boom.
Yep. Yeah.
Swings in and guarantee that saved his life.
I agree.
100%.
Guaranteed.
And then the Peverly incident happened too. Like,
Jay Bomeister, all these incidents. So you go to the DeMar Hamlin incident, you don't realize what these guys are doing away from the rink, like the training that they're doing and all that. Like that guy sprung into action immediately. The moment he went down, they're hauling ass
flying.
out there,
Yep.
right to him, immediately go into their checklist of things and checking for things and go right into it. I mean, impressive.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is.
Yeah. Fucking right. God, that's crazy.
You paved the way.
You took one for the team.
I don't-
Yeah. Took
I
one
don't
for
know
the
if I
team,
wanna take
quite
that.
literally.
But what I would say is that after that, if you look at shoulder pads, they all have what's a heart guard or a little protector there
Yep.
because of that incident.
Yep.
Because
So
it
true.
just hit, it didn't dissipate any of the blow.
Yeah. Good God.
Yeah. Fuck, that's crazy. Oh
insane.
my God. Okay, so flash
And
forward.
by the way, I don't get any royalties for that either.
yeah.
Bauer.
So true, dude. Fuck Bauer. Where are
Bauer,
you at, dude?
CCM, like what's going on here?
That is hilarious. So then flash forward a couple years, we were just talking about it. You have your team and you have an incredible
Oh
season.
my God.
President's
The wagon.
Trophy,
Yeah.
Norris, Hart. So I have two questions. One, was there anything about that season that you remember that you were like, oh my God, I am fucking dialed right now?
Yeah.
And then two, could you process in the moment, or did it feel cool in the moment that you were like, God, I was getting booed in Hartford and now I'm about to fucking win the MVP? Like, was that an awesome personal achievement for you?
Yeah, so the year before, Al won the Norris.
Yeah.
That year, I hurt my ankle, and I missed 25, 30 games. I missed a lot of time. So but it was in the middle of the year. So, it was always like at the end of the year, you're all banged up and you're hurt, and, you got to rehab for a month or two before you can get into your training.
Sure.
Well, we lost the first round, and I was healthy.
Yeah.
So I immediately got into my training. I had like over 4 months of training. So I came into camp primed.
Yeah.
I was ready. And with the injury of that previous year, I was like pissed off. Like, hey, let's get things going. Yeah. And I thought we had a good team.
Yeah.
Al coming off that, he was there. And that year he got hurt.
Yeah, right.
So, typically when you have two guys like me and Scotty in Anaheim or me and Al, like, you're going to split the vote. So that,
sure.
When one guy's hurt, you're not voting for that guy.
Yeah.
So that, I think, helped me because he was hurt. So that takes those votes away from him, just like it did the year before when I was hurt. And then, I played with that. If you look at that team, I played with that checking line of Pellerin, Conroy, who was up for the Selke, and Atchingham. And, we had a great fit. We were dominating against the opposition's top lines, and just everything was rolling with that team. And, offensively, I had a great year. I think I was plus 52 or whatever I was.
Not bad, not bad.
Decent.
Yeah.
Decent.
Well, from a data perspective, nobody cares about plus minus.
Yeah.
I had a bonus, so I did care.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Fans don't give a shit. That's fine with me.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
care a lot. Yeah.
So that year, so I win the Norris, I win the Hart, first team All-Star, win the plus minus.
Yeah.
I had a very large bonus.
Oh my God. That's
amazing.
That's beautiful stuff.
Yes. So it was good. So that year, just when things not that it was easy, but everything just fell in place.
Yeah.
And then, we shit the bed in the playoffs. We lose.
Sharks, right?
So
Yeah.
I'm at the awards banquet and I'm pissed off still. I'm like, I can't believe it. I think Jersey won that year and just watching, like, pissed off. And so I win the Norris. I go up, do my speech, and I go into the back. And Dave Keon Jr.,
Yeah.
the real Dave Keon's son, works for the league, and I known him a long time. And we're in the back, and I'm talking to him. And normally you're kind of lingering around doing media and whatever. He's like, hey, you better get back in your seat.
Yeah, fuck.
And I'm like, what? He's like, you might want to get back in your seat.
And go
Because
sit
they're getting
down.
ready to do that award.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's like, I go, boom, go back around, find my seat. And then Mess gets up and calls my name, Hart Trophy, boom, here we go. And so I was that award. So again, talk about injuries.
Yep.
Jagger missed, I think he missed 16 games that year because of injury.
Oh, shit. There you go.
The Pittsburgh writer voted for me for one.
Nice.
Him for two, me for one. I won by one vote.
Wow.
And that because of the Pittsburgh writer.
Yeah. Do you know
Because
his
he
name?
missed, I can't remember.
God, we should find
Yeah,
out who that
yeah.
was.
That's
Send him a
awesome.
bottle of
Shout out to that guy. Seriously. I mean, you got the bonus there.
Actually. Yeah. I didn't want it to become a thing, so I didn't send him anything. So if you're out there, we'll get you something.
Yeah,
Hit us up.
Let me know.
Yeah.
That's
I
amazing.
got a lot of street cred because of you now.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love
so it was that was awesome. But I was so pissed off that we lost in the first round that I didn't enjoy it enough, I don't think.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I get that.
It's just
though. It's like-
you're immersed and you're like, you can't believe you lost. You had such a great opportunity. We had such a good team, and to lose in the first round, you're just pissed.
Oh, yeah.
And
such
I
a
was
dagger.
in the middle of negotiating a new contract, so there was all that in the background, and it was whatever.
Yeah, fuck.
Shit
Still
happens.
so sick,
Yeah.
though.
Shit
Yeah,
happens.
I mean, we talked about obviously the 27 years from Bobby to you, and now we're almost at 27 again. But we saw you talking about Darlene the other day, and we have so many of these unbelievable defensemen in the game right now, which fires me up.
Yeah.
Schaefer's obviously super fun to watch right now, but it's like, other than those two guys, like who are some of the defensemen in the league that everyone talks about Quinn and Kale and stuff like that. But I feel like there's a lot of them, right?
There's a lot.
that are so exciting to watch.
Just the talent level and those teams, like it's almost an embarrass of riches right now with the level of skill and talent on the back end.
Absolutely.
With some of these players, Lane Hudson, Zach Werenski. I was in Philly a couple weeks ago, and Columbus was playing the Flyers. Just watching how
He's unbelievable.
smooth he is,
Yeah,
and just
I love him.
his edge work, and he baits guys in, and beep, and then he's gone, and just he's got a very good grasp of the game and kind of what he wants to do.
Yeah.
And just how he manages the play when he's got the puck, and just very deliberate. And him. You look at obviously Quinn Hughes and Makar. You look at, I think Bouchard got off to a terrible start this year, and probably ultimately will hurt him in the voting.
Sure.
It's always whoever finishes the strongest typically wins. That's happened quite a few times.
Yeah.
People can but I think it's how egregious those turnovers are.
I know.
That's all people can remember.
Yeah, it's true.
especially with him. He's got this stigma around him.
Yeah, it's unfair.
That it is kind of unfair.
I think he could win
because
it, though.
you wouldn't get the offensive side without that.
Yes, you have to take
you
chances.
have to take some risk. It's more, to me, it's more the early part of the year. He got a little bit better, but it looks like he's resting when he's playing defense.
Yeah.
Like he's not engaged, and he's not overly physical, but a lot of those guys aren't.
Yeah,
But-
so true.
And I think maybe to a fault, he makes it look easy, like he's not trying.
Yeah.
So, that can be a play into it a little bit.
That is why.
And you got some other young guy, you talk about Schaefer and, it's, Darlene, Edgeworth, and people look at Bouchard, Darlene. Like I've heard people talk about Darlene. Oh, he makes a lot of mistakes. I'm like, well, yeah, he's got the puck all the time.
all the time, dude.
If you have the puck all the time, you're going to turn it over.
Yep.
Because you're trying to make plays, and if you're behind, you're forcing it. But when you're up, you're not forcing it. You're managing it. And when you see him walk the line, it's
awesome.
And just how he controls it, and the deception. And these guys have I shouldn't say care. They have no the ability to feel that pressure.
Yeah.
They don't really have that.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll do spinoramas, and they'll do the deceptive moves when they're the last guy.
man back. Yeah. Oh my god.
And you watch, they never turn the puck over.
I know.
Like Hughes and Makar and Darlene and these guys, like they are on another level when they're patrolling the blue line and on the offensive zone. It's and I think, like even Makar and especially Bouchard, he plays with McDavid, or he plays with McKinnon, or he plays with, and look at their shot share and look at all this stuff. I'm like, I don't know. When I'm watching them live, they're controlling a lot of the play.
Oh my God. I
Like,
mean,
the puck is coming through them.
yes. So,
And if
so
you're
accurate.
McKinnon, like it's when you're getting it. And people look at it. Well, could McDavid? I mean, look at the Olympics. they had McCarr with McDavid.
Yeah.
And McKinnon struggled, I thought.
Yeah, yeah.
Throughout the court. We didn't have McCarr, but he didn't have Bouchard. They didn't have that next puck mover.
Yeah.
So, I think there's something to it a little bit, regardless of, what people say. You need to have that. The top players, when you look at the top teams, the top players need to play together to optimize the offense.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And there's moments when you need to separate them, and there's moments when, but I was in Denver last Monday against the Flames, and Jared Bednar was saying, they split up Taves and McCarr, but they're keeping McCarr with McKinnon.
Yep.
They're not putting Taves with McKinnon. They want McCarr with him for a reason.
Yeah.
Because it's driving the offense.
Yes, and also players like that elevate each other.
Yes.
It makes sense when you have them together.
Yeah.
You have to have them together. It's so true. It's such an exciting time. I know. All these types of players. It's incredible. Earlier you mentioned, your time in Edmonton. After that lockout year, you get traded to Edmonton. You guys have an insane cup run. Such a good team. I think you led the team in points, 21 points that season in the playoffs, which is amazing. And then you lose in Game 7 after a battle, and you then request a trade. We don't need to get into the bullshit of all what was happening, what's true, what's not. What I'm curious about and what I care about is you played for a lot of unbelievable franchises with great fan bases. But how different was it with the pressure of a fan base like Edmonton and those Canadian fans, the Canadian media, and all of that?
Jesus.
I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't feel the pressure.
Nice.
It wasn't, what people don't realize is we didn't make the playoffs until Game 79.
Yeah.
It was touch and go.
Yeah, that was a crazy
we beat,
year.
I think it was either late in the third or in overtime. I think it was late in the third. Hemsky scored. We were playing Anaheim, funny enough.
Yeah.
And he scores late. Boom, we win the game, and that kind of got us into the conversation. And we got the 8 seed. But I enjoyed playing in Edmonton. I enjoyed, the notoriety of, the media and the team and the Oilers, and at that point, they hadn't had a lot of success.
Yeah, true.
Todd Marchand scores that goal in overtime. That's one of the only times they had won a playoff round.
Yeah.
And I think, when I got traded there and talking to some of the key guys in the team, it's just they were happy to have somebody that had my kind of notoriety and my position within the game and where my career was at. So that and the nice thing was I had played with Mac T, who was our head coach. I'd played against Kevin, who was our GM.
Yeah.
I played against Craig Simpson, who was our assistant coach. Yeah. I played with Charlie Huddy, who's my D partner.
Yeah.
Who was our D coach. So there was a lot of familiarity, a lot of connection with that team. And so it was, pretty seamless when I came in. We picked up Michael Pekka. We picked up, and then at the deadline or close to it, we get Spacek, we get Samsonov, we get Roley, we get we added a bunch of key guys to our playoff run later in the year, and that I think really kind of put us over the top later. And it took a little bit of time to get Roley into the mix. The first couple of weeks, it was feeling out stage of how he likes, how he likes to see the puck, where he likes to lean, all the little nuance
He was fucking good
that
in
people
those
don't
playoffs.
really kind of know much about.
Yeah.
Where he likes to leave rebounds or where he wants you to move guys and all the rest of that stuff. And, picking up the puck from him, he was a really good puck handler.
Yeah.
And he had to reverse his hands like Cujo. So he could flip it. If you remember in the playoffs that year, he hit Pekka up the middle a couple times for breakaways.
Yeah, so sick.
With how he did that with his backhand.
Unbelievable.
So, but I enjoyed it. I still talked to a lot of the Edmonton media. Yeah, even after all of the mayhem.
Yeah.
No, it was. I enjoyed my time. It was obviously a great run, great for the city, and that building was so loud.
Oh, dude.
Oh my God, it was so loud. Like when people send me the clips of us coming out for the Stanley Cup final. I think Game 5. It was Game 6.
Yeah.
It was so loud. I mean, it was bananas, and I had all my buddies come in town, and
So sick.
and they were like, "Oh my God, this is insane!"
It still is. It's like that's like the number one thing we say.
And those old buildings too, they're so intimate, and so loud.
shake.
Like
the walls are literally shaking.
Oh yeah, it was bananas.
Yeah.
It was bananas.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's unbelievable.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Dude, in game 1 of that series, you become the first player ever to score a penalty shot in the Stanley Cup final. Canes cover it in the crease. What happened when they were like, you're taking it? How did that go down?
So we used to always practice, shootouts or penalty shots after practice. We'd screw around and we'd practice them. And we made a game out of it. You score, you keep going. Right?
Yeah.
So I always scored.
Yeah.
And
That's simple, dude. I score every
it's
time.
pretty simple, but plus I was out there with the fourth line.
Yeah.
Plus it was just like, well, I mean, you're the guy that's always scored. You take it.
You do it. Yeah.
And I tell people too, like, but we had 8 days off before the start. So we're working out a lot. We're like, I'm in the gym working out, and I tweak my back doing some stupid move. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
And so my back's a little not great. So I was on a muscle relaxer. Yeah. So if you watch the whole thing,
loose as shit, baby.
I was loosey goosey. If you watch, I'm down near the circle.
Yeah.
Of the Carolina end.
Yeah.
Kind of farting around, just kind of biding my time, waiting for them to blow the whistle. And then I kind of cruise up and then go. And just, I was very relaxed. People are like, oh, were you nervous? I'm like, absolutely not. I knew what I was going to do.
Yeah.
Same move every time.
Yeah.
If he doesn't bite, boom, pull, go, forehand, backhand, 5-hole.
Yep.
It's kind of like UC Yoken and how he used to do that move. He'd go on that certain angle. And if he didn't bite, he'd shoot.
Yeah.
And if he'd pull it and he'd do the one hand back.
Yeah.
And just the angle that I would take, I either had that low blocker, which I hit.
Yep.
Or I pull, the goalie's got to move, open, hit the garage door button, open the 5-hole. And
Slide her home, dude.
Slide her home.
God, that is so awesome, dude.
God, it's incredible.
Yeah, you know what I saw, which I didn't realize, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I just read this. You were supposed to be a free agent. Did your free agency get fucked that year because of the lockout?
because of the lockout.
Dude,
so
that is
3 guys.
crazy.
We had 3 guys that got fucked because of the lockout. I'm like, well, I was expecting to be a free agent.
Yeah.
Martin St. Louis, me, and Sergei Gonchar.
Yeah, what a
3 guys.
Christ, dude.
3 guys that were going in, and it was like, okay, if you look at it, free agency was 32.
Okay.
Okay, going into the lockout.
Yeah.
Well, then they come on out of the lockout. They're like, okay, it's going to be, I think it was 31, but it might have been 30, 29, 28. Then it's going to sit at 27. And I'm like, but coming out of the lockout, we're not going to lower it.
Yeah.
We're going to come out at the normal time. I'm like,
No,
why are we doing this? Why are you caving into it? There's 3 of us.
Yeah.
It's not like there's 50 guys.
Yeah.
There's 3 players. Well, I think we know why.
Yeah, for sure. God, dude, that's nuts.
So, but I tell people this all the time. I go, I don't live in the what if world.
Yeah.
Because if I don't go to Edmonton,
Yeah.
I don't get that experience. I don't maybe change the narrative about me as a leader, as a player.
Uh-huh.
I don't go to Anaheim.
Yep.
I don't win a cup.
Yep.
And then I don't go to Philly.
Yeah,
Like
right.
maybe I go directly to Philly or maybe I go somewhere else, but like everything happens
Sliding
for a
doors.
reason.
Yeah, it changes it. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Everything, if you change that one path, everything else has changed.
Yes.
So I mean, I still get people, as much as you get the odd guy who's pissed off, I still have people that are like, oh my God, I loved watching you and I thank you for coming. And
Yeah.
like I enjoyed it.
And
You
like,
know
damn,
what?
did it
if you
work
read
out?
if you read the book, I tell the story why. What happened?
Yeah. Okay.
It's
there
in
we
there.
go. Yep.
Yeah.
It's all in there.
Well,
I
perfect.
figured people always ask. I'm like, it's in the book.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's
Yeah.
not that
Check
big
it
a
out.
deal.
Yeah. Well, perfect transition to the Ducks because you get there, you got Timu who wrote the foreword, you got Niedermeyer, young Getzlaff, young Corey Perry. You guys have a fucking dominant playoff.
Jesus
just
Christ.
rolled on everybody. Wild in 5, Canucks in 5, Wings in 6, Sens in 5. What was that year like? And then take me all the way through, doing the job and getting your name on Lord Stanley.
So when I was in Edmonton, we obviously played Anaheim in the conference final.
Yep.
And, I knew the type of team they were, how, these young up and coming players and some veterans and then some really good young players. And so I get traded there and it was like, Scotty was the only guy that had won a cup.
Right.
A couple of them had been to cup finals before, but it was like, okay, this is our team. We're winning. Like, and everybody just bought in right out of the gate. We're winning.
Yep.
And we're doing everything that we can to win this year. And so, immediately get there and Tamu and I hug it out in the first day.
Yeah.
Come here, T. Let's hug it out.
Let's
for
rip this
everybody.
off now.
Let's
Yeah.
rip the Band-Aid off again. We're gonna rip another
a lot of
Band-Aid
Band-Aids. A lot of Band-Aids.
There was a lot of animosity between me and Tamu over the years. Yes, he ran me from behind in the Olympics and caught me for about 10.
Yeah.
And I got my pound of flesh over the years after that.
I bet. Yeah.
Got him in the playoffs a bunch. And then, just kind of, okay, we're teammates now, and let's take this thing to the promised land.
Yeah.
And we got off to an incredible start.
Yeah.
I think I can't remember our record, but it was, we lost like 5 games in 35.
Yep. Jesus.
And then, I got hurt, Scotty got hurt, kind of hit a rut, and probably couldn't have happened at a better time.
Yeah.
To have some adversity, to figure out and have a really firm understanding of how we needed to play. This is how we're successful, and we need to stick to this. Obviously, two goalies in Jiggy and Briz, and Jiggy, in the beginning of the playoffs, Jiggy goes through, his son's issues, so he can't play.
Yeah.
And Briz played lights out against Minnesota, but there was always this Jiggy lingering in the background of when are they going to put Jiggy in?
Yeah.
Game 4 in Minnesota, we're getting shelled. So, all right.
There we go. Yep.
There you go.
Let's throw Jiggy in, see if he can, at least just get some game time, get back into it. And then he played game 5 and then rolled from there.
Yeah, God.
And, we always had guys step up. Like,
Definitely.
It's always interesting to see those depth guys come in. Like Joe Motzko played 0 games during the regular season. He came in and played in Stanley Cup Finals. Mark Hardigan, same thing.
That's right.
Mark Hardigan. We got him at the deadline as a depth guy.
Yeah.
I think for that, but the minors, and then came up. Ryan Shannon. Like we had a lot of guys that came in and played games, and then our lone move, we pick up Brad May at the deadline, who was a great fit on our fourth line, and obviously his experience and his style fit our style. But there was another. Obviously there was a bunch of other guys that were on the market then. They were talking about trading for, and I think at the end of the day, they just didn't want to screw with our chemistry. And, obviously Berkey had Mayday in Vancouver. And so, I think they chose chemistry. They chose betting on who we had and not, because once you add a bigger name, whose ice time are you taking?
Yeah.
We kind of had our lines were set.
So
Kunis,
real.
McDonald, Solane, Penner gets that Perry, Moen, Paulson, Niedermeyer.
Yeah.
And then on that fourth line, we had Mayday, Marchant, Thornton. We had George. We had Shanny. We had Ryan Shannon.
Yeah.
George Peros. We had Hardigan and Motzko. We had, so we had all these guys. And then on the back end, we had, our top 4. We had Bosch and Needs, Odie and myself. And then we had Ken Huskins, Joe DePenta, Rick Jackman.
Yeah, fuck, team stacked.
And so it just... everything kind of fit, and everybody had their role, and everybody, we had buy-in right from the jump.
Yep.
Everybody bought in, everybody knew, and we could play anyway. And that's the fun part about that team. You want to play rock'em sock'em, bring
let's
it.
do it. Yeah.
You want to play 2-1 tight, we can do it. You want to play run and gun, let's do it.
That's so
And so when you have a team like that, it's fun to play.
Yeah,
Sick.
seriously.
Yeah. God.
I mean, talking about chemistry, how cool is it for you when you look at your career and all the stops that you've had to have a player like Al that you played with in St. Louis, and then you get to Anaheim and a player like Scotty? It's like, what a cool moment for you in your career of like these 2 different stops and playing with 2 all-timers.
Yeah.
That must have been so fun.
It was, to mentor under Al and kind of learn and kind of utilize him to get my game to the next level, and then to play with Scotty and see the thing that I look back on my career is just the players that I was able to play with and learn from and be a sponge and kind of take little things and add it to my game. Leadership, no different. Young captain in St. Louis, very intense, very, a lot of pressure. 23, I've already gone through all the other shit, getting booed and all that stuff. And so I had that chip on my shoulder, okay, we're going to win, and I'm going to force you to win and kind of bring you along. And as I moved on, I get to Edmonton, and, they already had their leadership group. I didn't wear a letter. It was Jason Smith and Steve Stais and Ethan Morrow and Ryan Smith, and that was our leadership group, and I was there to help support and supplement that. And playing with a captain like Jason Smith, blood and guts, warrior, willing to do anything, very quiet, very reserved in that regard. Not a rah guy in the locker room, but follow me. This is we're going to get you to the promised land. And then to Scotty again, very cerebral, very deep thinker. Doesn't say a lot, but when he does, pay attention.
Listen,
Experienced, had won at all levels, as we all know. Like, you pay attention to those guys, and then get to Philly and, brought in to kind of be a mentor.
Yes.
And kind of provide that insight to Richie and Karts and the young guys we had there, Matt Carl. So it was with each step, learning not only my role, but learning from all of those people, and even the young guys, taking stuff that, as the game evolves and changes and adapts, you have to adapt and you have to grow and implement new things into your arsenal. And, I was certainly able to do that with each stop.
Yeah, that's fucking great.
It's so great. Talking about a lot of these guys that you've won with, let's go to the Olympics, because obviously this year was unbelievable, having pros back, NHL guys back. But, you went in 2002, 2010, beat USA both times, which, God damn it.
Sorry, boys.
But Salt Lake and Vancouver, two amazing cities for the Olympics. You have that iconic assist where Mario, the dummy, unbelievable. Korea scores the goal. So we can go on and on about Olympics, but for you, what were some of your fondest memories of those games? Like, are there any funny stories that have always stuck with you? Because it was so cool this year, being there for us, getting to experience it with the guys, and just hearing the unbelievable amounts of camaraderie that happen when you're there in the village, fighting for the gold medal. Yeah. They must be some of the best memories of your career.
Yeah, it's, like in 98, I'm 23 years old. Gretzky.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I'm sitting in between Ray Bork and Scott Stevens. You know, Al's over here, and you're playing with all these Yzerman, Sakic, all these guys are there, and that's kind of my first taste of being in that type of room, and being able to see how they prepare, like all those little things that you hope to be able to bring into your game, and just how conditioned they were, and how each one prepared differently, but in their own unique way, and what worked for them. And, heartbreaking loss. And I think that, again, that kind of eats away at you and sits with you that year. So coming into 2002 in Salt Lake, we're like, all right, we were so heavily favored in 98.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like they wanted to hand it to us. I'm like, it's not that easy.
Yeah.
And so in 2002, everything with Gretz and Kevin Lowe picking the team, and then everything goes on with Cujo in game one. We get smoked by Sweden. Pat Quinn's his coach in Toronto, yanks him. In goes Marty, and now now there's that strife. And Gretz sits on the media bandwagon and just kind of sits on the grenade for us, and like, that's my fault. And he kind of eats it all to give us some time to find chemistry. And you look at that team, like Eric Lindros playing on the fourth line.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Like with Owen Nolan. And
Like,
you're just looking at that roster and you're like, holy shit. Like where guys
It's
were
insane.
where guys were situated and what their roles were. And so it was not like in Salt Lake. So you're in elevation.
Yep.
You're talking about Scotty.
Yeah.
You're talking about Scotty. I remember being on the bench one game, and I'm supposed to go out for him. He rolled through 3 partners.
Get out of
And he wasn't even tired.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't even paying attention. He was probably out there 2 minutes.
Dude, that is
insane. One guy come off, next guy come off, and I'm like looking at
Scotty.
guess I'm gonna miss my role here.
Yeah.
Goes to it as the other guy's changing, he looks and he's like, oh shit. He felt bad. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, he wasn't even tired.
Yeah.
He didn't even have to come off.
He's just buzzing.
He was
like,
just kind of floating around as only he can, just kind of zipping in and out, rolling, and I'm like, don't come off.
Yeah,
if
you're like,
not
I'm
tired.
good, dude. Whatever.
Hey, if you're not tired,
No one's calling you, pal.
Hey,
Like,
you don't have to come.
Yeah.
He just felt bad. He's like, sorry about that. I'm like,
Oh my God.
hey, you look like you're having fun.
Yeah. What a skate.
Hey, have at it. But, that was a great year. And then to be able to finish against the U.S. in that fashion for that gold medal was awesome. And you talk about that pass. That had nothing to do with me. That was all Mario figuring out. I don't even know if I saw Paul there.
Yeah.
I was just
so funny.
All I saw was 66. I'm like, get him the puck.
Get him the puck. Yeah.
Get him the puck.
Yeah.
Fast.
God.
Well,
that
is it
unreal.
crazy having that? When we talked about, Lindros playing on the fourth line, is it crazy having that many leaders in the same room? It's like you mentioned Stevie Y, you got Sakic, you got you've got Mario. Like, it's endless. Like, how does it work in the locker room with that many leaders?
Well, Mario was our captain. He was the big dog.
Yeah.
And, but Stevie, I would say the leadership was really Mario, Stevie, and Joe.
Yeah.
That was kind of, and Marty in the back end.
Yeah.
They had won. They were kind of the guys that had won, and Al too. And, you're not that you're deferring, but that's the core group.
Yeah, for sure.
And obviously what Stevie was going through with his knee and trying to play and all the rest of that. You have so much respect for somebody that wants it that bad.
Definitely.
And you're in the locker room going, okay, this guy's showing up 3 hours early to prepare his knee and just to be able to play or skate.
Yeah. Fuck.
And then to be able to play at the level he played at.
Right.
With that going on was pretty impressive. So, that alone, and then just how we came together with each game, much like 2010, with each game we got better and better and better.
Yeah.
Guys were really buying into their roles and really starting to, when you're not used to being a checker,
Dude, I say this all the time. Yeah,
it takes a little bit of time to figure out
For sure.
what your role is with respect to momentum and putting pressure on the other team and how it needs to occur. You can't have 4 skill lines.
Yeah.
Like there has to be guys willing to eat pucks and block shots, kill penalties.
I mean, did we not just see that this year with USA? Like, so many guys were given JT Miller, Vincent Trocheck grief for being on that team, and that was a huge reason that they were able to win. It's because of what they did, like it's blocking shots, killing penalties, winning D-zone draws. Like that is such a huge factor when you think about these stacked teams. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you have to take guys that are going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
At a high level. It's not like, I'm willing to do it. It's, can you do it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And are you willing to do it?
Yeah. I don't give a shit if you're willing to do it. Can you pull it off? It's a great point.
Are you able to physically do that?
Yeah.
And then 2010, was that like going into, were you guys
was
nervous in
awesome.
OT? Or like, what was that like?
It was not really. We came in the room. They score that. Prezi scores that goal late to tie it up. We go in. It was very calm, very
Really?
quiet.
Yeah.
Like it's in here.
Yeah.
Someone is a hero.
Yep.
And we felt like we deserved to win. So we're like, you just have to go out and execute. Just leave it all out there.
Yeah.
Like everybody was very poised, very calm, very. Scotty said something, I said something, and it just was like don't worry about it. Like let's go play. It's in this room.
Yeah.
Pretty unreal that your 2 golds were 2 such distinctly different eras of Canada hockey, right?
Yeah,
It's
we
like,
were rolling over. Like you look at that team, Getzy, Perry, Richards, Sid,
Yeah.
and the old guard to the new guard. And that's the fun part about the eras that I got to play in.
Definitely.
Those like highly regarded, oh my God, you got to play with that guy?
Yeah.
And then rolling over in his young guys, holy shit, you play with that guy too.
Yeah, it's like it's so cool that you won a gold medal with Mario, with Steve, with Joe, and then you also won with Sid, Dewey. Like that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like it's such a cool combination of eras that you got to play in. That's awesome.
And to think the NHL scripted it perfectly so that Sid scored the goal.
I literally,
Finally, someone said it.
God, it's so good. Sometimes I think about that all the time. I'm like, of course, Sid.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
of
well that goal
course.
went in. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding
It's
me?" Of course,
insane.
he had to do it to us.
That I felt like that was going to happen this year. Like when Sid wasn't playing, I was like, this is the Connor moment, right? Where they're like, oh, now Connor scores in overtime. And I'm like, yep, that's fucking perfect.
He did it at the Four Nations. Now he's going to do it here.
Exactly.
NHL can build on it.
Yeah.
He can now have that moment. And
That was
Who were you rooming with during those Olympics?
my roommate was Doughty. So we had a room.
No way. That's awesome.
We had a room. We had
Fucking way.
Thornton and Taves were roommates. Me and Doughty were roommates, and then I can't remember who the other one was. We had 3 rooms in a common area.
Unbelievable.
I'm trying to remember who the other one was because Joe and Taves were right next to us.
Yeah.
But
He's a character, eh?
Doughty, beauty,
Yeah, what a laugh.
Beauty.
What a laugh on that guy.
not a care in the world.
Yeah.
We're just here playing. Whatever.
Yeah.
He is the best.
Let her rip.
Yeah.
Doesn't know it's the Olympics. Dude.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
ready to hang out.
Exactly.
Fuck, that is so good.
Yeah.
Okay, well now we're gonna get to this, dude.
Oh,
let's
yeah.
get into
the book. Earned. The
Oh, you
True
mean
Cost
this
of
thing's sitting here?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, here
yeah.
it is.
I
Bang.
think we have it here, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
There it is.
April 14th. You
April
can
14th.
pre-order right now on Amazon, and it's
Or go to my website,
yeah.
chrispronger.com.
/books
Yeah,
/book
or whatever, but
But you
there's a
find
book
it either
tab
way.
or- yep.
Yep. Boom, right there, April 14th. One thing we said before we were recording, and you said online was, and I wrote down the quote: "Writing this book meant taking off the armor and telling the truth."
Yeah.
That is an awesome mantra going in because you were saying, if I'm going to do it,
Yeah.
let's bear it all.
Peel back the onion layer and let people see
Definitely.
what happened or how I was feeling. It's not a tell-all or it's not an autobiography. It's a part memoir, part life lessons learned from my career and life, playbook of sorts, and it challenges people.
Yeah.
Like, through my lens and my experiences, and makes people really look at, we always say, oh my God, I want to play at the highest level and I want to do this and here's my goal. I'm like, well, what are you doing to get there?
Yeah.
Are you taking advantage of the opportunity? Are you prepared for the opportunity when you get it?
Yeah, right. Great point.
Talk is cheap. Like, take action.
Absolutely.
And so it forces people to kind of really look, because I was forced to do that myself. I had those early days when I was being booed and life was not as simple. And I talk about, like, you look at you talk about the trophies and the championships and the rings and all this stuff. People always forget, I was down here. I had to get there.
Yeah.
And how did I get there? And how did I will myself? And how did I put the work in? And how did I figure out how to put the work in? And so I talk about that in the book a lot.
There was, you said you've been kicking tires on this idea for 12 years or whatever. What kind of pushed you over the hump of like, all right, now's the time?
Yeah. I stopped drinking 2.5 years ago, and I would talk. A good friend of mine is a performance coach, and I just started talking to him. He's like, man, you should do public speaking. You got such a good story. You got all these things that have gone on in your life. And I was like, I don't know. I've been asked to, I've done a couple things and gone and talked at various events and stuff, but it was very informal.
Yeah.
No real structure or plan and takeaway, if you will. And so I was like, I don't know. Like, look at this guy. He's so talented and whatever. He's like, yeah, that guy talks about doing that. He's never won.
Yeah, right.
Any of them.
Yeah. Yep.
He talks about it. And I'm like, well, actually, good point.
Yeah. Now that you say it.
Now that you say that,
way,
good point.
Yeah.
So then I was like, all right, well, what could I talk about? So then as I was kind of digging into writing some speeches and kind of putting things to paper and having a real framework, well, there's actually a book here.
Yeah.
So as I started building up my speaking platform, I started kind of like, oh, that'd be a great, all the stories in here are not on Google.
Yes.
You can't Google them because they're things that I just kept very private.
Yeah.
And so, as I kind of had that clarity, stopped drinking, I started kind of looking at what impact did I want to have for the rest of my life. Like we always hear, okay, they're Chris, the hockey player.
Yeah.
I don't want to be Chris. I'm like, that is over.
Yeah.
Like that part of my life is over. I don't want that to be my legacy. I want this to be my legacy. And that's a piece of it. And then, what impact can I have after that? And so as I started to dig into that and started to build out the speaking platform and put real structure into some of these speeches, things really kind of started to come into the fold for the book.
Definitely.
And as I did more and more speeches, I'm like, all right, when you see the impact it has on people and their takeaway, you're like, all right, that needs to go in the book. And then that needs to go in the book. And you're like, oh, okay, this one didn't really hit, and you're like, oh, this really makes sense for people that are able to really, every time I do a speech, I want people to be able to take something home that they can utilize in their everyday life and make an impact.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go up there and just tell a bunch of hockey stories.
Yeah, right.
Like, and you do that sometimes at youth hockey events or things. They want to hear that stuff. And then that's great. But I want people, when I do a speech or keynote, I want people to walk away having something tangible that they can implement in their lives, that they're able to level up and be difference makers and live a better life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I love that mentality because it's like you said, the hockey part it's part of your story, but the story's not over.
Exactly.
So it's like, what pages are you writing next?
Yeah.
And that's a great way to look at it. And see, it's like, this is going to be the Matthew McConaughey of the hockey world.
Dude, that's incredible.
What is it? Green lights? Is that
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it's
yeah,
called?
green-
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
But seriously,
earned
it's like,
green lights, same thing, right?
I think it's like, you could have so easily just told the story, right? But to teach a lesson as well and give guidance, it's like, I think that's what makes something a great read. And it's also just the great approach in life to have and when you are going into these next chapters. So it's like a lot of book references.
Yes, nice. Well, one of my questions was going to be, what do you hope people take away from
What are
it?
you, a
And that's
librarian?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Hold on, do you need my glasses?
Yeah, there we
please,
go.
please.
There we go. Second calling. Well, since they're not Googleable, I don't want you to give them away because you buy the book.
Gotta have
but
to read
can
the
you
book.
tease like some of your favorite parts that like even
I
your
walk
favorite
through,
parts to
so I
write?
walk through like youth hockey. Like we hear Connor Hellebuck talking about, I never played AAA.
Yeah.
I never played AAA.
Yeah.
Played high school hockey.
Yeah.
In Canada.
Yeah, God.
Who plays high school
Who the
hockey
hell
in
does
Canada?
that?
Literally no one. Yeah.
Like I walked through, what was the decision? Like, why did I do that? And I tell people at every fork in the road, you have to bet on yourself. You have to challenge yourself. And throughout the course of the book, I'm challenging people to really think things through and really have an understanding of what you're doing, but also bet on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Nobody else is going to do it. You need to do it.
Yeah.
And so that's a key theme in the book. And then, just why we do things. And then like the what if game.
Yes.
We're pointing this way for a reason.
Yeah.
There's no rearview mirror. We're not like, oh, what if, like, as we talked about my career and what if I didn't go here? Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Learn from it.
Yeah.
Whatever good or bad outcome happens, learn from it, understand it, but you're going this way.
Yeah.
Feet are pointing this way. Your eyes are pointing this way for a reason.
Yeah.
Move forward.
I
Think
love
about today and the future.
Yeah. Because those things did happen, right?
They happen.
You can't change them. So we
Learn
got to keep
from 'em.
going.
Yep.
Get going this way.
Absolutely. Again, without it giving anything away, were there any emotional
lots of
parts
things.
of the book?
Well, there's a lot in here. I peel back the onion layers.
Yeah. So, like,
Yeah.
were there any parts that when you were kind of getting into it, that you
There's
were like,
moments
shit,
They were, like, hard to
I
write,
talk
yeah.
about Edmonton. I talk about quitting drinking. I talk about just some how dark it was during those moments.
Yeah.
Getting booed every single night on home ice. Like it's not. I love
So
getting
young,
booed on the
too.
road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing.
that fuels you.
Getting booed at home sucks.
sucks.
Like it's not pretty.
Yeah.
No.
And every day, every game,
Yeah.
you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
People waiting out by my car tell me I suck.
Yeah.
And, guys driving down the highway.
Yeah.
You fucking suck.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, buddy, really?
Yeah, dude, shoot.
Walking in the front door of your home and
Sit,
getting
you
booed
know,
out, like,
like-
Jesus Christ.
Like if you buy the book, there's like, I did a podcast with Joe Buck and John Hamm.
Yeah.
And, John Hamm worked at a bar in St. Louis that I used to frequent.
Yeah.
And Joe was in his infancy as well. So we did this podcast that you get as a giveaway when you buy the book. And it just walks through those early days of, him serving me beers. I'm sitting by myself at the end of the bar, kind of, no friends.
Yeah,
no
Jesus
friends, new to the city.
Yeah.
The whole city coming down on top of me. And I'm like, can I get another one, please?
Yeah, just keep that. Leave
Hey,
the bottle.
John,
Yeah,
keep those coming, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every
absolutely.
time it's halfway empty, bring another
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
dude, because that can derail someone's entire career.
I could have easily quit. I could have easily asked for a trade. I could have easily, take the easier path, whatever that is.
Yep.
And I think it's building the character and the grit that you need for later in life. Like had I not gone through that, some of the challenge I faced with injuries and my wrist and my knee, the Edmonton saga, getting traded 4 times, like all the stuff that goes on, dealing with negotiating contracts and just all of it. It's those early days, those moments help shape my character
Absolutely,
and the grit I needed to get past those things. And then, losing a heartbreaking Game 7 in Edmonton and then getting back to the finals, like understanding what it was going to take, learning from it, what was I missing, and then utilizing that life lesson to do that right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be
Exactly.
able to do that.
God,
Yeah.
was that
Which was my dream growing up.
Yeah.
How did it feel when it was done? Like when the first time you saw like the
Yeah,
hard
the-
copy, you were
yeah.
like, fucking right.
Oh,
you
the
did
book?
it.
Yeah, it was, I had, you're reading it to proofread it and
Sure, yeah.
make sure there's no grammatical errors because God knows people are going to tell me,
Oh my God.
buddy, why is there a comma there?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not an English major here.
you
Like,
kidding
give me a
me?
break. And by the way, I didn't,
Give it to the librarian. I'll
Yeah,
proofread.
I'll
Yeah,
take care of
exactly.
it. Yeah. I'll take care of that in one day.
but no, when I first got the first copy, I'm like, oh, this is,
Holy shit. Yeah.
this is going to, and I reading it a bunch to proofread and do all this stuff. I'm like, to me, it makes a lot of sense in how you can position it for people to really kind of learn and challenge themselves. And, whether they learn from my mistakes or they can see the mistakes that they've made,
Channel them
and
themselves.
kind
Yeah.
of channel it to them. I want people to read it and be like, okay, I want to do this.
Yeah.
And I want to challenge myself and I want to get to that next level.
Yeah, it's amazing.
awesome.
All right, before we get off some the book, the hockey stuff, and into some fun stuff, I have to bring this up because we are from Maine, and you just
That's in the
mentioned-
book too.
Okay. So, dude.
So we don't need to give it all away, but we just mentioned.
I don't. So in the book, all these stories, I go into the stories, but this book would be this big.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
If I put all the
Yeah,
detail and nuance, so I talk about it, but it's not. I almost went to Maine.
Yeah.
You
dude,
almost went to
how,
UMaine.
What the fuck? How
So-
did that go down?
How? Okay, so
Yeah.
you played high school hockey in
So
Canada.
I
we
play
just
high school
mentioned.
hockey. Then I go to junior B in Stratford.
Yeah.
My brother is now
Yeah.
in Bowling Green.
Okay.
Well, Bowling Green's a pipeline
Yeah.
with Stratford, right?
Yeah.
The Flanagans.
Yeah. Right.
Right? So, and Rob Blake had been there, and Nelson Emerson, on and on and on, right? So I'm in Stratford, finish the year, go back home, and then I make the under-18 team, which there was no Helenka tournament. It was called the Phoenix Cup,
Oh, no way. Yeah.
and it was in Japan,
Yeah.
of all places. So
Great. Perfect. Yeah.
which was awesome, really.
Honestly, it
Yeah,
sounds
over
way
in
cooler.
Japan, it was pretty cool. So Ian LePerriere was on that team.
Holy shit. Yeah.
And so, we go over there. The two players from our team, I'm there, Todd Warner, there's a bunch of guys. They're all like that year up the draft. They're all like top 10 picks or touted to be top 10 picks. And we go over there, and Paul Correa and I are the only players there that weren't currently playing major junior.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Wow.
We're the only two players that made the All-Star team for the tournament.
Shout out scouts. Yeah.
Sergei Gonchar, Krivo Krasov was
Yeah.
there. I'm trying to remember. Patrick Sundstrom.
Oh my
Holy
gosh.
shit.
We had a pretty stacked draft.
Yeah.
And so all these guys are, there, whatever. And so I'm talking to Paul. He's like, yeah, I'm probably going to go to Maine. And I had my visits all set. I was going to go to Maine, Michigan State, Denver, and UND.
Okay.
The Fightin' Sioux.
Yeah.
And a bunch of buddies were going to UND. So I knew people that were going to be
Interesting.
at
Okay.
UND. So that was a viable option, obviously. And I didn't want to waste the visit on going to Bowling Green. I had been there a bunch.
Yeah, fair, sure, yeah.
So I knew. So those are the 6 schools that I had kind of circled. And a couple guys that I played junior B with in Stratford. One went to Michigan State. Another guy went to Bowling Green.
you had connects.
So there's
Yeah.
guys all over the place.
Sure.
So I set up my visits, and then I go to this tournament, the Phoenix Cup with Canada, and I'm like, I play good, and I'm like, well, these guys aren't that good.
Yeah.
Well, thinking and played against them a lot, right?
Yeah.
So I never played against these kids, so I didn't know how good
Yeah,
they
right,
were
right.
and how good I was, and I had no comparable. So now I'm playing with them. I'm like, well, if they're rated that high in the
Yeah.
draft,
Yeah.
well, like, where am I rated?
Yeah.
Like, where am I going to be? So I'm like, well, I was supposed to be second overall in the OHL draft.
Okay.
Told them I'm not going.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was going to college.
Yeah.
Until this tournament.
Yeah.
So Peterborough decided to take me in the 6th round. Sault Ste. Marie had 2 picks. One here, Peterborough, one here.
Yeah.
They took Chris DeRuiter with this pick.
Yeah.
They were taking me with this pick.
Wow.
Peterborough was here, and they took me.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And so, so then I go, and back then you had a 48-hour window to pick, right? So I go there, skate a little bit, then I go to the training camp, 48 hours. And I'm like, we had high picks on our team, we had guys, and I'm like, I could play here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that big. But I also wanted to challenge myself. But really, what I didn't want to do is I didn't want to go back to junior B.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
I
of course.
had started here.
Of course.
And by the time that year was done, I was here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I needed to keep challenging myself. I needed to bet on myself.
Yes,
Go to
exactly.
the book.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
needed to keep pushing that envelope. And so I was just like, every time I thought about it, I'm like, while the appeal of going to college and being able to train, I was skinny.
Yeah.
Being able to train, being able to practice more so than the games, that was appealing to me because I thought that would be good for my development.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, I need to play against, like Lindros was in the league.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
went first
yeah,
overall,
yeah.
came back. So I got to play against him, and I got to play against all these guys my rookie year in Peterborough. So it was a good challenge. It was a good way to keep pushing myself. And the amount of games, like it's more NHL
Yes, yeah,
schedule.
yeah, yeah.
We played 72 games, and
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
like you're just constantly playing. So that and we had a good team.
Yeah.
So it was, there was a lot going for Peter, and Dick Todd was there, and like just a lot. Ricci had just left a couple years earlier, so
Yeah.
there was a lot of familiarity with
Sure,
with
sure.
the franchise, and obviously they're a storied franchise and a lot of history there. So
God, could you imagine if we had him in Maine?
Well, listen, he doesn't play the what if game, but I'm always going to play the what if game. But God damn it, that would have been incredible.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
we would have seen you all the time.
Yeah.
Paul really would have won the Hobie.
Yeah.
Could have added another 20 points to his already stacked.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's so cool.
All right, well, now we're going to jump into a game we play with all of our guests called Pass, Shoot, Score. It's basically just a ranking system. So we got stuff that we know that you like. I'm going to ask you to rank them pass, shoot, score. Pass is your third favorite. Shoot second. Score is the first.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a two-parter on this first one. First, we're going to do golf courses.
Okay.
So pass, shoot, score.
Okay.
Cypress, Royal County Down, and the Old Course.
Cypress, score.
Okay, wow. No hesitation.
Right
By
out
the
the
way, I
gate.
played all 3.
I know.
Right out
I
the
know.
gate. That's
Cypress,
okay.
score.
Yeah.
Royal County Down, shoot.
Yep.
Okay.
And pass?
Yeah, we're
pass
passing the
Pass,
old course.
Old course.
Fuck the
All right.
old course, dude.
What is it about Cyprus?
Dude, it's awesome. Yeah. Like just the routing, like you're hitting your shot, you can see the traps, you can see just the way it's laid out, you can see it. And there's a lot of nuance. Yes, I know the 18th hole sucks, but every other hole is awesome. Every other hole is awesome. And then when you look back, you can't even see the bunkers. The way everything is
I heard you
laid
say
out,
that on the Lynx
you
pod.
can't-
That is the coolest thing I've ever heard.
You can't see the bunkers, like the way the lip is, the way it's rolled over, however they have it set up. It's awesome.
That's
you just
so
see the
cool.
water.
Yeah,
you
right.
look back
That
at the
is-
water and you can't see any of these traps. You can't see anything.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
That really makes you kind of get dialed in on course design.
Oh
You're
yeah,
like,
and,
holy shit.
and Royal County Down was fun too.
Yeah.
like Cyprus is here. Royal County Down,
Yeah, it's
man,
getting
it was
close.
awesome.
Right there?
It was awesome.
I love it.
That's so
All
cool.
right. Now
And the
this-
old course is
Special.
it's
special to
it's
be there.
Classic.
old, special, classic, but it's a dog park.
Yeah.
Honestly,
No, literally. Yeah. I believe it.
literally, I don't think people realize this. People walk their dogs in that course.
Let's call it what it is. You know?
Oh, that's so
It's a lot. I mean, just the history though. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Now the St. Louis version of that.
Yeah.
Bellerive, Boone Valley, and Old Warson.
Old Warson score.
Okay.
Boone Valley shoot.
Okay.
Bell Reed pass.
Yep.
Okay.
Where would St. Louis Country Club be in there if that was in the mix?
Would probably be third.
Third. Okay.
All right.
Nice.
I feel like everyone we talk to, St. Louis, low-key, great golf
Yeah.
spots. I mean,
Sick golf
yeah.
courses.
people are unaware.
Very underrated.
yes,
Very
definitely.
underrated.
It sounds like it.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You getting out a lot?
And every year it's the same thing. I'm going to play lots, and I do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Right.
I'm like, I did one summer. One summer I played, I practiced and I played. I got down to a 3, and I hated it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't practice and play, you're a 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're not a 3.
Yeah, right.
So when you're getting, like, I was like, yeah, $10 a hole. I'm like, this sucks. I get no strokes. I'm the low guy. That's no fun.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the low guy.
So true.
God damn.
We got to get you to the Pro Athlete Golf Tour thing.
Oh, yeah,
'Cause-
you have
But
to
it's the
come
same
on
deal because every summer we
yeah.
go to this tournament and the guys that are fucking nasty are like, this sucks. Everyone
Yeah.
else is getting so many
Yeah,
strokes.
exactly. I'm a 7 right now.
Yeah.
That's
That's
fair.
good.
Then you have
That's fair.
sandbaggers like DZ.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
fucking
You know who
rat.
you are.
Yeah. Okay. Your next category is golf trips that you've done.
Yes.
Okay. So pass, shoot, score. Your Ireland trip, Bandon Dunes, and Cabot in Nova Scotia.
Oh, man, these are tough.
Yeah.
Tough. It's pretty tough to beat Bandon. That's a score.
Oh, dude. Our boy here.
So many,
Our boy here.
so
just
many
went there.
opportunities.
Yeah.
So many courses. So many oh man, that's the 2 times I've been there, it's been awesome.
Yeah.
I love all. It sucks because I love all 3.
Yes, of
these.
course.
Ireland was sick.
Yeah.
that's 2. So
Okay.
that's shoot.
Shoot. Yeah.
And then pass is Cabot, but that was awesome too. We had a fantastic time at Cabot.
I believe.
And all of these golf trips were many years ago. So they 2.5 years ago. You can only imagine.
Yes, we were getting into
buzzing
it.
out
We were
there,
getting
for
into
sure.
it, dude. God. Yeah, do
We
the
had a
golf
lot
trip.
of fun. Let's just say we had a lot of fun.
Do the golf trip. That's the message, by the
Oh
way.
yeah,
Do the golf trip.
do a buddy's trip.
Yeah.
It's so incredible.
You need to do a buddy's trip.
There's no question.
It's hilarious.
All right, this one's fun for me. This is going to be your plain meals on road trips.
Ooh.
Pass, shoot,
Yes.
score. This is more of a question for me.
Yeah.
Your first steak, mid-flight chicken, or your second steak?
Score second steak.
I had a feeling. Okay. Score second steak.
Shoot first steak.
Okay.
And then pass the chicken.
Mid-flight
Now,
chicken.
please.
But
Yeah.
I will tell
I
you
need the
this.
story, dude.
I'm
Yes.
telling you, if it was a longer, above an hour flight, before we took off, I would get my meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Typically the steak.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't eating the fish at that point. Steak, take off, steak,
Yeah.
maybe chicken, but depends on what we got
Yeah.
going on. And then, mid-air, getting ready to descend, another meal.
Yeah.
Typically a steak or chicken.
Yeah.
I would have to eat 3 times.
Was it only
And by the
you?
way,
Hold on,
3
Hold on, hold
times,
on, hold on.
and I would still lose weight.
Yeah. Dude, that is
And other guys, they wouldn't even eat.
Are
and
you
they're gaining
telling
weight.
me there were some days where you would go triple steak?
steak.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
And no one else on the team. You're the only one doing this.
Yeah,
everyone else is like, what?
eating the
never
most on the
saw-
team when this was happening?
I would imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hope
A
so.
lot of guys maybe would eat once.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. They were always worried about gaining weight, and I'm like, I need more food.
Yeah.
3 steaks.
You know, and by the way, and I had a protein shake, and I had
You're snacking
after the
probably,
game, a piece of pizza, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and then I'm doing all that.
Are you doing
And I'm still losing weight, by the way.
So nuts, dude.
And I'm still losing weight.
on the 3 steak days? Are we doing the same cut every time? Or are you mixing it up?
filet.
Yeah.
Filet every time.
Yeah, filet every time.
Well, whatever they have, but it's
Yeah,
usually
right.
filet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Love it.
Yeah.
Is what's your favorite? Like, let's get in some food talk here. What's your favorite cuisine these days? Like, what's your go-to?
I gotta be honest, I've been a lot better probably over the last 5 years of opening up my palate to new varietals.
Interesting.
Yeah.
New varietals.
Okay.
I'm not a super spicy guy, but I'm willing to partake in a little bit of spice.
All right.
Little kick.
Little kick, not a lot, a little.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm all over the map. I'm willing to try it at least once.
Good.
I used to be like super plain Jane.
Yeah.
Chicken, rice, broccoli.
Yeah.
You eat that 15 times, like,
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
and over and
Yeah.
over. You know, that or steak, like fish, salmon, and that was it.
Yeah.
Now I'm willing, whatever.
This is great.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you cooking or we ordering?
I'm the barbecue guy in the house.
okay.
So
Nice.
I make all the meat.
Yeah.
She does all the fish and all the other stuff.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Good deal. It works.
Great
That works
deal.
perfectly.
Great
Yeah,
deal.
works perfectly.
I love it.
And I barbecue, snow, rain, or shine.
Yeah.
I'm out there.
Dude, I love that.
I'm out there.
I love that.
And
Yeah.
it's 30.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I got that queue open, and
I'll
people
have-
are looking like,
Yeah. I'll have an umbrella over the
Yeah,
barbecue.
yeah.
oh
if
yeah,
I have
100%.
to. Like, you kidding me? Can't stop.
Dude, we, because our parents are still in Maine, so we're home for Christmas. Same deal. I'm outside. You can't even get the grill hot enough. You know, it's
Yeah.
fucking 10 degrees outside, and I'm like,
It's
come on,
so
baby, come
funny.
on, baby. Yeah. I need
Watching
that
the
thing.
steam coming off of it.
Yeah.
So good. But that's great. You don't appreciate that you need it's going to be pretty close to the door when you're in the colder climates.
Yes.
Like in LA, it's like whatever,
Very
it
true.
can be out in the backyard, whatever. In the colder climates, I'm like, that grill's right
It
fucking
needs to
there,
be
baby.
here.
Yeah.
You also need the shovel right outside that door. So there's the little path. If it ever snows, there's just a little path to the grill, and then you're fine.
Yeah. Okay, and here's your last one, and this is actually past shoot score history for us.
Okay.
Because we are for the first time ever letting a guest craft their own. Because I saw this cool interview where you said you turned 50 and you were entering your 3.0 phase.
Yeah.
Where it's like have fun, smile.
Yeah.
You know, be happy.
Enjoy.
So give us your top 3 or just 3 things that make you have fun and smile right now.
I like seeing my kids happy.
Okay.
That's always
pretty
that's
good one.
probably, That's
Yeah.
a score.
Yeah, there we go.
I like seeing my wife happy.
Yeah.
That's-
Okay. Yeah.
Happy wife.
Happy wife, happy
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
That's also we're going hat
and-
trick on this one.
and
This is a triple score. Yeah.
And I would say just look at life in a positive manner. I think too often we look at the negative things and we look at losses more than we look at the wins.
Yeah.
I
God,
certainly
isn't that
did
the
when I
truth?
was
Jesus
playing.
Christ.
Like,
Yeah.
life's too short to be miserable. You
Yeah.
know, like let's, and my nickname at times was Captain Happy.
Yeah.
Guys were like, "Oh my God, are you ever going to be?" No, I'm like, we want to win.
Yep.
Like I got to push.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I think now that I don't have to worry about that. I'm like, no, what do I care?
Yeah.
I love it.
Like, let's live life and enjoy.
Enjoy it, man. So
Fires
true.
me up.
Yeah.
That's
good stuff.
That's great.
All right. Well, Prongs, this has been unbelievable. We've had a blast with you. We're so happy that you're down here in Southern California. Before we cut you loose, let you go.
Yeah.
Tell everyone what you got going on, where they can find you.
Yeah.
Plug the book again, when it's out, where people can get it. Make sure everyone knows.
Book, Amazon. It's called Earned: The True Cost of Greatness from one of hockey's fiercest competitors, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Whether you believe it or not.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Yes. You can get this bad boy on Amazon. You can go to chrispronger.com/book and you can get it off Amazon on there or anywhere else you buy your books. And then if you're looking for speakers or what have you, go to chrispronger.com. I got all my stuff on there. And broadcasting, you name it.
Yeah.
We're doing it all. We're trying to make an impact
Yeah.
on people and trying to
Absolutely.
get people to live their best life.
Yes, dude.
Life is too short.
3.0.
Get out there and do it all.
3.0.
Yeah.
I'm into it. Great stuff. Massive, massive shout out to Chris Pronger. Get the book. And any hockey fan on earth, honestly, I loved what he said. It's like it's not even just about hockey. It's like I'm big on a lot of these like self not self-help, but like just enlightenment books, positive vibe books, and that's exactly what this is. So you heard it. Make sure you go grab it. It's on Amazon, chrispronger.com/book.
April
Grab
14th,
it.
pre-order right now,
Yeah.
and you get the pod. You get the John Hamm, Joe Buck pod. This is an incredible package.
Yeah.
I love it. Check it out.
Unbelievable stuff. And again, huge shout out. We'll have Prongs on again. He's the man. Let's take another quick ad break and then we'll get back in with some Not Ice. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. It is tax season, folks, and I know a lot of you are feeling some financial burden or stress right now. So make sure that you are aware that you are not alone. 88% of Americans are feeling some sort of financial stress at the start of 2026. It is a very, very serious thing. It's so crazy. We're all just scrapping around. We're trying to make things work. We're working multiple jobs. Millennials know how this feels. Rent is so expensive. Groceries are so expensive. Even if you feel like you've got a grip on it, random things happen. Me, myself, you're looking at your finances, you feel great, everything's good, then something pops up, boom, get in a car accident. All of a sudden, it's thousands of bucks to get your car fixed, everything worked out with insurance, this, that, and the other. All of these unexpected variables can happen, and they add more stress. So do not let the stress get on top of you. Make sure you are taking care of your mental health and well-being, and BetterHelp is a fantastic way to do that. BetterHelp does an amazing initial match for you so they can get you set up with a great therapist to match all of your therapy goals. They have unbelievable situations here. 12 plus years of experience, an industry-leading match fulfillment rate. It's unbelievable. They have over 30,000 therapists. BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform. They've served over 6 million people globally, and it works. It's fantastic. They have an average rating of 4.99 out of 5 stars with their live sessions based on over 1.7 million client reviews. I've used BetterHelp. It's fantastic. It makes you feel good. It allows you to unload about all the things that are bothering you, stressing you out. And again, right now, the beginning of the year, that financial stress can really feel like it's piling on. Don't let it take over. Handle it. Take care of yourself, work on that mental health. When life feels overwhelming, therapy can help. So sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/netters. That's betterhelp.com/netters. Every time I'm trying to make a decision in my life, I need the data, okay? I need the full picture. It's like Sherlock Holmes says, data, data, data. I cannot build bricks without clay, all right? And Car Gurus does that for you when you are trying to get a new car. It's unbiased deal ratings. You get the vehicle history, you get the price history, you get all that. Everything you're looking for, you get upfront. So then when you know you find the right thing, you can do that with confidence, okay? They've got all these insane features that make this so simple. They've got Car Gurus Discover. So you can skip the filters and you get to decide what you want in your own words. You can literally type. So instead of just clicking buttons, clicking check boxes, you get to say, this is what I want. And then Car Gurus instantly surfaces the right cars. Bang. Also, they have dealership mode. That is on the app. So that puts you in control. You can compare cars side by side, check pricing, estimate the final cost. You can navigate the dealership with so much confidence because you literally just get to pick, here's the things I'm interested in. Here are the exact ones I'm looking at. Full compare and you're ready to go. They have over 4 million listings. That is a joke. It's the biggest selection of cars, so it's easier than ever to find the car that is perfect for you, the one that you've been dreaming about. It's no wonder that Car Gurus is the numero uno most visited car shopping site, according to SimilarWeb's estimated traffic data. Buy or sell your next car today with Car Gurus at cargurus.com. Go to cargurus.com to make sure your big deal is the best deal. That's cargurus.com. cargurus.com. Welcome back, everybody. And man, we have been on a world tour lately with travel, but we were in Puerto Rico. Have you ever been there?
Yeah, my father-in-law was born there.
No way.
So we went there a couple Januaries ago. Did like a
Sick.
beach vacation in San Juan. Fucking loved it.
Dude,
We had a very good time.
I was blown away.
Is that your first time?
Yeah.
First time.
Or where were you?
We were in San Juan.
Okay,
and then
yeah.
we went to, there were 2 areas we went to.
We went to Old San Juan.
Yeah,
one
so
night.
it's like the colorful houses. And
Yeah, it was
yeah.
fun. It was great. It was great. It was good times.
Unbelievable.
Just
So-
like good vibes.
So here's the real highlight for me. We were on a buddy from home's bachelor party, and we Friday day we were at this like beach, the old San Juan Hotel, I think, or the El San
No, it was
Juan
the
Hotel.
El San Juan.
El San Juan Hotel. We were there at their pool at a cabana. Okay. We are there most of the day. We leave the pool and we are now about to go out to get dinner and go to a bar. And a buddy, his name's Scott. He goes, I forgot my fanny pack, which contained my phone and wallet and $500 in the cabana.
Ooh.
And we're now back at the Airbnb and we're like, dude, that's tough. So we're going out. He goes,
But keep in mind, super nice hotel.
Yeah.
This was like if you did forget it there, just go back and get it.
Yeah.
I would like to stress, many of us were going, feel like we did a pretty thorough check when we left that cabana. I doubt you left it there. Either you brought it home or someone else has it. So do your due diligence to
And he
look
asked-
around the house and ask
he
around.
asked, people were like, I didn't grab it, whatever. And he did call too. He called and they were like, we don't see it in the cabana, but by all means, like come look around. So he goes, okay. Someone in the house calls him an Uber from our Airbnb to the hotel because he doesn't have a phone. So he goes, poof, see you later. And we go, poof, off to dinner, everyone else. And then we're just like living our lives, dude. Like we have dinner, we go to this bar and we are at this bar and several hours have passed and then we get a text.
But one of the guys on the trip was getting phone calls endlessly from Scott at the hotel.
Yeah.
Because one of our buddies gave Scott his number, and Scott was then calling him, being like, "It's not there. I can't find it. What do I?" And we were like, "Get a fucking cab, and or like we'll order you an Uber. But what do you want us to do?"
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
So eventually we get a text from him. So like,
Oh, so he found his phone.
and we get a text that's like, he sends kind of like 5 texts in a row, which ends with like, "Be there soon. Drinks on me tonight, boys." And Dan and one other person answer like, "Hell yeah, Scott, you found your phone." Because like we're just out and no one's even reading the text.
Yeah.
We're just like, whatever.
I'm trying to have fun in Puerto Rico.
So then,
I was succeeding. I was having a blast.
yeah.
So then I didn't see any of this go down. So then I look at my phone and I see a run of text from Scott and then Dan, and I have the similar reaction. I'm like, oh, wow, Scott found his phone. And then Dan has said, "Oh, Scott, amazing." So then I scroll up to see what Scott has actually said. And Scott says, "Hey, guys, so I got abducted by a cab and I had to pay $500 to get myself freed. But don't worry, I'm now safe. I'm on the way to you guys. Drinks on me." And everyone's going like this. "You
What?
found your phone, Scott. Congrats." Because like no one's reading the text. So I'm
Did the
like,
cab driver have his fanny
so dude,
pack?
I'm like, yo, guys, like Scott has been abducted.
But it's all good now.
Yeah, he's back, but he got abducted. So I'm like, this is fucked. So he finally shows up and we're like, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, what happened?
Time out. Here's some more context for the people.
Okay.
Scott is 6'7", 250 pounds.
Oh.
So forgive me for when these texts, the text from his phone and then him showing up at the bar completely fine, being like, "I was abducted." There was a part of me that was like, what? How and who?
Maybe in his own mind he was abducted.
So continue.
So he gets to the hotel. Nothing that he owns is there. So now he has to go back to the Airbnb. But he can't call an Uber because he doesn't have a phone. So he calls a cab from the hotel, like a regular cab. He gets in the cab, drives back, gives the address, drives back to the Airbnb. And this part, I do not blame him at all. He has a debit card on him. That is all he has because everything else is in the fanny pack, which is gone. And he has a debit card on him. So they get there and he goes, "I'll just pay with this debit card." And the cab driver goes, "I do not accept debit cards." And he's like, "Well, that's what I have. That's
all I got."
And this works. So the guy locks the car. He locks him in the car and goes, "I'm taking you back to the hotel." And now Scott is like, I'd be a little scared in that moment. Scott's a little scared. He's very mad. And he's like, "Let me out." And Scott is like, "Please, I'm begging you." And the guy will not. So he takes him all the way back to the hotel. And then
Which he made clear.
yeah.
He was like, "You can't pay me. I'm not completing your drive. I'm bringing you back to where I got you."
Yeah.
Which is only 8 fucking minutes away.
Sure.
So then Scott gets out of the cab. He is let out then. The guy goes, "Get out." So Scott gets out and then goes into the hotel and calls the police to report his own abduction.
I've been kidnapped.
Damn it, Evan. He goes, Ed and I were joking that calls the police and goes, excuse me. And the El San Juan is gorgeous. He says
Yes.
it's gorgeous.
It has this unbelievable lobby that has there's a Foxwoods right next to it. So in the
Right.
lobby, there's slot machines, there's some tables. It has like an old Havana look to it. It was beautiful.
This is the casino. I've been to this.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Well,
yeah.
By the way, he doesn't tell us this until like 4 a.m. that morning.
correct.
We're back at the house in the hot tub, and I go, "Can you please tell me what happened?"
Yeah.
And he tells us this, and because my whole thing was, when did you call the cops? You didn't have your phone. And he was like, "Oh, it went the safety of the beautiful hotel lobby."
Sure.
So yeah, we kept being like, we were picturing him sitting, like legs crossed, sipping a martini,
Yes.
being like, "Hello, Puerto Rico police? Yes, I've been abducted." And they're like, "We can see here that you're calling from the El San Juan
yeah.
lobby."
Well, I was abducted,
And he
but
was
now
like,
I'm not.
"Oh yes, I'm having a lovely time." But it was quite terrifying.
the martini
I'm like,
gets
"You're
delivered,
fucking
you know?"
ridiculous.
He goes,
I needed this is a 3-shot martini to recover.
it gets delivered. Like he's off with the cops, and he's like, three all.
Yeah.
I have been abducted.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
driver
Yeah,
move,
I have been
driver
abducted.
move. Yeah. That's amazing.
Dude, we were like, wait.
So where was his
what?
phone? How did he get his shit
He
back?
finally gets all the way back to the Airbnb,
It was
and
in his
the fanny
room.
pack was in his room. Everything
Fucking
was there.
A. What a nightmare.
It was just
It's a real Savannah Guthrie.
just at the house.
God.
Jesus.
Anyway, incredible time in Puerto Rico. Massive shout out too, because we're in the La Factoria bar. I think incredible. This is the best bar I've ever been to in my whole life.
Yeah.
And someone walks up to us and goes, "Excuse me, you guys the empty netters?" And I was like, "Come on."
No shit.
Yeah. 3 girls, Nina, Lily, and Grace, they go to Cornell. They actually showed us, this bar had a ton of secret areas, and they showed us the best secret area of them all. And it made the night even cooler.
I don't
So-
know. You know, it was
great.
crazy. It was like the house we were in too had all the, you would walk through the house and you'd be like, "I've seen everything." But there were all these like secret rooms in the house. Like you'd be in one bedroom and you'd be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"This is the bedroom." But then there's a random door, and through that door is another bedroom. It was all over the house. I was like, "What's going on here?" And then this bar was exactly that. It was, you'd be in a bar and then you'd walk up a little set of stairs and there were bathrooms, and then there was another bar. There was like a flamingo dancing part of the bar over here. And then out back there was like a rave bar. And then you'd go through the kitchen of one part and then up a set of stairs, and then there was a rooftop bar.
It's probably just a lot of add-ons. Like it's just a
Had to be.
construction that just was like, we're just gonna keep going.
They're just
as-
blowing holes through
building
walls.
as we go. Yeah.
It was crazy. It was the coolest bar I've ever seen. And yeah, shout out the gals because they showed us that. It was
Epic.
unbelievable.
Yep. So awesome.
But yeah, Scott, you got abducted in the most pleasant way possible. And we're
And in
glad
a
you're
beautiful country with lovely water.
okay. Yes.
Yeah.
The best of like going into that water is. Oh.
When we were at that hotel, it was one of these beautiful setups where you're at the pool and then you can just step off the pool area right onto the sand, onto the beach. We were playing beach volleyball. It's
great.
It was unbelievable.
Amazing.
Nice.
It was unbelievable. All right, gents, I told you two last week that I have a not ice topic that I've been desperate to talk about. And since I've been desperate to talk about it, every single day of my life, it comes up in multiple ways. And I want to start this by saying I know that I am going to get absolutely flamed for this take by a lot of people. But I'm prepared.
Yeah.
Because I am fairly certain that I am correct. We need to have a global discussion about the way we pee.
Ooh. Interesting.
And I am here to say
Okay.
that the immediate easiest fix is we need to start sitting down when we pee. Now,
You are going to get flamed for this.
that's what I said.
Yep.
Now, I don't want that to be the case because I know that there are multiple reasons.
Wait. But every time I see a urinal, I sit in there. Is that not what you're supposed to do?
Dude, you're not supposed to sit in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's crazy. I know that that's not the answer, but hear me out. Dude, every bathroom, men's bathroom in America is so disgusting. And it is 100% because of urinals. If you go to any sports game, if you go to any bar and you go to the urinal and you look down, there's pee all over the floor.
And maybe some pubes.
Yeah.
Why is that happening?
You know
always
what?
some
To be
pubes.
fair, that's happening anywhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, but you got what are we ripping them out
so
in there?
weird.
Well, I bet it happens to the gals too. It gets caught in your underwear fabric, maybe. You pull your pants down, a couple get ripped out.
Okay.
Yeah, but if it happens to the ladies, it ends up in the toilet and it's flushed.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's pee everywhere.
Yep.
There's pee everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's because listen, when you're drunk, guys are missing, but like, even if you're not drunk, you're not shaking well enough, or you're like dribbling, you're standing too far away.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a fucking fire hose down there and no one's controlling it well enough. Then there's pee on the ground. We're walking in it. You're then walking all over the place. You're walking into your home with pee on your shoes.
Yeah.
Dude, again, if you sit down, that's probably not happening as much. I don't think that should be the case, because what's the best thing about peeing when you're a guy? How quick you can do it.
Yeah.
You can just do it.
It makes it. I mean,
There's
you're going
a
to get longer
reason-
lines if it's all toilets.
There's a reason there's longer lines in the women's bathroom, because you have to go into the stall, you have to sit, and it would make peeing, especially at things like bars and sporting events, way longer for the men too. And I know no one wants that. But from just a pure hygiene and cleanliness level, we've got to fix how we pee.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely disgusting.
Well, I think they also need to design. I agree with you. I think that they need to redesign urinals so there's not as much splashback.
Evan,
Can we make them absorbent or something?
that is my next point.
Yep.
I was at a bar, the waterfront in Venice.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Yeah.
And I went into their bathroom. It was like end of the day on a Sunday. It was horrendous. It was so filthy and smelled awful. And it's because there's pee everywhere.
Yeah.
The urinal in there is so horribly set up. I had these like really nice like moisture wicking pants on. I peed. I looked, dude, there's pee all over my pants.
Yeah.
And I wasn't missing. I wasn't even drinking. It was just the splash.
Yeah.
And the spray of the urinal, like the shape of the urinal. And I was
Yeah.
like, this is fucking insanity. So that is an issue as well.
Yeah.
We need to do something. Because here's the other thing, dude. Guys are also peeing, and you're putting your Linus back in your pants, and you're just like dribbling pee into
Oh
your
yeah.
boxers.
I
Like,
refuse. I've learned. It took a long time to learn this. I refuse to wear khakis and boxers. Not doing it.
Wait. What do you mean?
Because every time I wear khakis and boxers, I take a pee, I put it back in,
Yep.
and a little dribble comes out.
Yep.
And the
And then you can see it.
boxers don't they're not as like thick as like briefs.
Yeah.
So that first layer of absorption is
nothing.
gone,
Yeah.
and then you see it through the khaki. Like if it's on jeans, nobody sees.
Yeah.
If
Just
it's
got
on
pee-
khakis, you're gonna see it.
you got
And
pee spots on your
like a little, and I'm getting older, so
Like
you know.
I've recently learned that women, when they find out that we don't wipe after we pee, many women they're horrified.
Oh, we shake.
They're
We
like, you
shake.
don't wipe? And we're like, no, we shake. But like the shake it's not fail safe.
Well, it's because it's because of the aftershock. You're right. It's because like I could even wipe. I could even pee and then go take one
it
one
still
square
comes.
and go like this.
Like you're just on
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
napkin
I
of a
can go
little
like this.
of a little worm.
And then you take two. Then it goes in, and
Yeah.
then you take 2 steps out of the bathroom, and it goes.
yeah, just one more.
yeah.
And then I'm like, fuck.
damn it.
Yeah.
We gotta get our shit checked, guys.
It's so bad. And honestly, the wiping stuff, that's a whole different bag of issues.
Well, now you got to introduce a roll of toilet paper near
Yeah.
the urinal, and that's
Yeah.
a lot of cost.
And because here's the thing, I remember when I said at the top of this comes up every day in my life. It's on the planes too.
Yeah.
You go into a plane bathroom after
Floor's wet.
after at least 1 hour of the flight. You look down, floor's wet.
Yeah.
Because guys are in there, they're peeing, they're not lifting the
bouncing.
seat, they're
Yeah,
like
yeah.
shaking with the flight, they're peeing all over the
a
floor.
guy who doesn't lift the seat, that should be executed.
I literally everywhere. If you don't,
I'm trying to poop in this toilet, and now I got to
Yeah. Yeah.
clean up your mess.
it's horrendous. If you think that you have good enough aim, you're an ass.
No.
Don't
No,
lift
you
the
don't.
seat. But it's like we just have these unruly penises.
Yep.
And they're just spraying
all-
pee everywhere.
I got
It's
a
like
good
a fire hose. Yeah.
I think it's also a big drunk problem.
It
And it's-
absolutely
And
is.
I got a crazy story for you. I was in Catalina Island. You ever been to Catalina?
buddy.
Yeah.
I fucking love
So I
Cali.
was on the Avalon, the side that's like the touristy side with all the
yeah.
shit. And I was working a job there. I used to work for the Laugh Factory, and they did like comedy out there. So I'm out with some of the comedians late at night at like a dive bar, and go to the urinal, go to pee. It's got partitions, it's got the things. And I'm looking down and I'm peeing, and I see another stream of pee coming in from the other side.
You're joking.
Into my urinal. And I look over to me, and there's this like distorted, like drunk face of like an old fisherman with like the Ray-Ban tan, where he's like beet red except for this area. And I look over and his face is this close to mine. He's like, "Hey man," and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Dude, this
Get
is
off
this
of
is
me.
a single-use urinal.
And I was the only one in the bathroom. It wasn't like there was like a full bathroom with one. It was
couldn't wait.
there were 3 urinals.
That is like one of the most terrifying things I've ever
It was
heard.
a nightmare. It was. I woke up in a cold sweat the
That
next day.
is
Like,
so
did that
good.
happen to me? Yeah. So
Okay,
mind your
I
P's and
actually
Q's.
love that. I think that is an all-time move. What do you think about the trough, Dan? Some places have.
Well, they put ice in there too.
just have a massive trough.
The trough, I think, and especially with like ice down there.
Yeah.
I mean, the
What
ice.
was the point of the ice?
I don't really
So
know.
it doesn't smell.
Someone should tell us that. What is the point? Because I
look it up?
I recently just we were in Chateau Marmont.
yeah.
There was ice there. Either way,
to control odor and reduce splashback.
I don't know that if there's like water, I feel like if you hit like an ice cube, it still sprays. You know what? Actually, the move is snow. Snow reduces splashback,
We need snow in every urinal.
but that feels
You make a
unreasonable.
hell of a margarita out of that.
Yeah.
That feels unreasonable. So my larger point here is we just got to do something about this.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but there's just pee everywhere.
Maybe we talk about. Let's go to Congress, lobby it so that it can get into the Department of Education, so that we can tell people to put this as part of their home health curriculum.
Yeah.
Like when you're telling little boys about like the sex ed and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You're like, by the way, let's do half a day on like bathroom etiquette.
Yeah, honestly.
Why not?
Maybe we just need deeper. Like I've come around. I think urinals are an absolute nightmare.
I hear you. I thought this was going to be dumb. I hear you, but the speed is so key.
The speed is no, but it's the shape. We need someone to re-engineer urinals.
What if they were just the bowls? Like, what if they were just toilet bowls without the door stall? Like, here are the toilet bowls with doors.
No,
and then here are
because-
toilet bowls with no seat. They're just sitting there with
Let's
water
say
in
you
them.
just put toilet bowls and then the stall dividers. Like, how's that different? I think you're still missing. Like and also like there's splash in the water. It's like we need something deeper.
What if it's a height difference thing?
Yeah.
What if you need something you can adjust so that it gets right up next to your junk, so there's less distance, so there's less chance for missing, less chance for splashback?
I think we need more distance.
Dude, I actually have
but-
an incredible tangent now.
Because
But the more distance, then your stream is longer.
Yeah,
it
then
has
it
more
misses.
chance to miss.
No, but hear me out. Picture a toilet bowl,
Yep.
the opening,
right,
but that toilet bowl goes down 5 feet.
right.
There's no splash there.
Yeah.
Yes, but if that's still like far away from me, people are going to miss on the way.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the
yeah. It
bowl.
needs to
That's
be
what I'm
right up
saying.
next
It
to
needs
you.
be
Yeah.
right.
You know
Yeah.
what? We need to get the Japanese on this
I
because they
actually
have
think-
great bathroom technology.
Here-
They need to
They
be
do.
the innovators and leaders of this. We're not equipped.
Here's
we're,
what I
we're
want.
too rude.
I want there to be deep bowls, but also that start really high,
Yeah.
and the lines in the bathroom say heights, like 6'4" to 6'2".
No, we
gotta
no,
go
no,
here.
no, no, no,
This
no,
one-
no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no,
And
no,
then
no,
here,
no.
and here, and then-
Awful,
no, just hear
awful
me out.
idea. Now we
then-
have a line issue again.
Because then, here's what I want.
Awful idea.
All the 5'11" guys get in the 6-foot line, and their dick can't reach the bowl, and I go like this. Boom!
Shame.
5'11".
Sucks to suck.
You've been got. This wasn't even a fucking bathroom issue. I was just trying to call you out. Good day. They're like,
There's a lot. Yeah, it's true. Like, you ever see, like, it's like when a little kid goes to the urinal and he's got to use the really low one and he pulls
Yeah.
the pants all the way down on
Yeah,
his ankles.
yeah.
You're like, dude, you got to learn to, you don't have to pull the pants all the way off.
Yeah, I suppose I thank you for coming to my TED Talk, but to me, this is an international issue that we're not handling. There's
Yeah.
piss everywhere.
there's piss everywhere.
There's
We got a piss problem in this-
everywhere,
in this
and
world.
it's our faults,
Yep.
and we're
Yeah.
not doing anything about it.
Covered in piss.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yep.
If anyone has any suggestions,
How awful
please
is
hit
it
us up.
when you walk? I'm sorry, I'm done. But when you walk into a bathroom and there's just piss all over the floor, It's so shit.
And then there's like, and then it gets like, you can see like footprints in it.
Yes.
Like the dirty, like,
you can see the
that guy's
shoe
wearing
print.
a Converse.
And Ev, it's like, yeah.
It's like,
You're like, I know that. It's an Air Max right
5'11"
there.
guy. He's only wearing
But it's like when I'm in the airport and I'm wheeling my luggage in, and I'm like, I want to leave my bag out of this bathroom so it's not wheeling through piss floors.
How do you feel when you bring an open drink? Like you got a pint. Like if you go to like crypto, or whatever, and you've
there's
got
just piss vapor in the air.
and you've got an open
Awful.
Pint of beer.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with that?
It's bad.
You got to cover that up.
We need to fix this. Okay, speaking of beer, let's get into a nice beer league hotline.
Literally created an Insta just to get your take. Ooh. I'm in a rec beer league. It's a mix of older guys who played high school, some women who played college, and beginners who just started. There's a guy in the league whose season stat line is 46 goals, 4 assists. Does nothing but rip shots bar high. No idea where they're going. Hardest shot in the league. Domes the goalie 3 times a game. Should this asshole be in the league?
Yeah. He's got 46 tucks.
He's a fucking weapon, dude. What are you talking about? He's the best player.
He's Ovi, dude. Like,
He's definitely not on this guy's team either. Like if he was on this guy's team, he'd be like, we have this dude, he's dope. He scores every game.
Yeah.
I will say though, hold on. I will say, doming the goalie sucks in beer league. Like I've done it occasionally, obviously, and I literally like stop play in mid-action and go up and I'm like, sorry, dude.
Yeah,
because there is no need to be hitting someone in the fucking mask at midnight on Wednesday.
Yeah, I hate it.
So if he actually is doming the goalie 3 times a game, I am like, pal, you got to fucking cool it.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, you do have, frankly, that's the only issue I see here.
Everything else, you're good.
Yeah.
4 apples is fucking hilarious.
It's hilarious, but like, who cares? Again, if you're really scoring 46 goals in a season in beer league, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's beer league, and we always joke that the score lines in beer league games are 7-5 all the time.
Yeah.
But there are plenty of beer league teams out there who will tell you their goals come few and far between. Like they need guys who can score more. If you've got a weapon who's scoring 40 every season, that's fantastic. I don't care if he's not passing the puck.
Right.
You do need to stop doming the goalie.
Yeah.
Getting your bell rung by a clapper as a beer league goalie is so brutal.
So brutal.
So brutal.
Dan, let me ask you this, because I am curious, and I think your answer is going to be the production plays, but this guy strikes me as the guy who knows he has a fucking rocket shot, obviously. So essentially every time he touches the puck, it's going on net.
Yeah.
Which means he has 46 goals, but he has 40,000 shots, which means I'm wide open several times, like, yo, and it's just like poof, high off glass. I kind of think I'm definitely not banning him from the league, but I do think I would be like, this guy sucks to play with because I have never once received a pass.
I am sure that's the case.
Yeah, like those 4 assists
And
are rebounds.
I also know this guy. I'm sure the team has had talks with him, and it won't change.
Doesn't care. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got guys on our team who I'm like, will you fucking look up? And they're like, yeah, I know, and then they don't.
Yeah.
It is what it is. The production's there, and that's a good thing. But listen, is he fun in the locker room?
Good question.
Is he a good dude? He just shoots too much.
And also shoots too high, I think, is the other. It's like consistently
Too high.
always too high to where like somebody's maybe going to get injured.
Yeah,
almost think I'm almost mad at the goalies in this league. Like, you know where it's coming. Like, just sit.
That's
You know,
true.
like,
But it's Fulton Reed situation.
Yeah.
I'm sure they know it's coming high, but if it's also possibly coming off your dome, you're probably flinching a little bit.
Yeah, like, oh,
and I don't
cool.
blame you.
Yep.
I think you got the one thing here is, I don't know if he's doing this, but if you're taking clappers,
Ooh, also good question.
I'm a little bit like, come on, man, stop.
I think, Dan, too, maybe you could get someone on the other team could, if he domes their goalie, could just give him, one to the back of the leg or one, kind of right here.
Yeah.
Not super hard, but just be like, dog. And I think enough, because no one, speaking to him will never get through to him, but I think enough of those, I might be like, all right.
Yeah. I'm not one for advocating for violence in beer league.
Yeah.
But if you are a habitual line
Domer.
stepper,
Yeah.
if you are doming habitually, then you should have a league rule here. If he domes, give him a 2-hander in the back of the leg.
Yeah.
And he goes, what the fuck's that for? And
I
you
go, it's every
You just
time."
ripped a clapper off our goalie's head, you dipshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he can't really get mad. And if he then does that again in the game and you give him another one, he's not going to ask why you did it.
Yep.
So
yeah, so keep him in the league, but self-regulate.
Yeah. Keep him in check a little bit.
Yep.
And again, don't go too hard with the two-handers.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I'm not.
not trying to injure his
Yeah.
Enough that he feels it, but not injure him.
Yeah.
And that's good. I think we're
I
solid.
like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
The ruling has been made.
4 apples.
All right, CP, you got an interesting Bauer blind ranking for us here.
Evan, today, in honor of our friends at Bauer who give us the pulse and all of our favorite gear and all of our favorite training tools and my skate sharpener, which I just fucking love. My God. We are going to blind rank the perfect amount of games left in a season when you should fire your coach. We are blind ranking how many games into the season. So 0 means the season hasn't even started yet. 82 means the whole season has been played.
All right. 30.
I think that's
2 months.
I'm thinking high here.
2 months.
30 games is you can kind of see what's going on.
Would you prefer an earlier fire? I might even prefer an earlier fire.
No.
Really?
Dude, has Lindy Ruff taught you nothing?
Yeah, but what about who was coaching the Oilers before Knobloch? That was like 10 games. They were like 2-10, and they were like, bye.
Yeah.
Woodcroft.
Yeah. Jay.
I might prefer an earlier fire, but actually, good point. 30's pretty good.
I think it's
But I don't want to
to
go 1, though, because I think...
God, no.
I could even go 3.
I'll go 3.
You want to? Do you want
to?
to?
I want 3.
Okay, 3.
Okay. 14.
See, I kind of like that.
I think it's so premature. If you go 0-14, then there's an issue. But 14 games in, realistically, let's call us 4-10.
Yeah.
That's bad. If you're a good team with high hopes, that's bad. But
And
you're
like,
also going to
why-
fuck
why-
me.
Yeah. So you want to go 4?
I do.
Fuck. I think we're in a pickle now.
I think this is the craziest blind ranking of all time.
Okay.
Nothing is in here is going to make sense, and it's going to be awesome.
Okay, 4.
Okay.
82.
5. Well, no, I mean,
Okay.
I guess that presupposes you've lost. You're not in the playoffs.
Yes.
yeah. Could you imagine if you were? You make playoffs. The season is officially over. You have made playoffs, and you go like this. You're fired.
I bet it happens this year, dude. I bet it happens. I bet Detroit sneaks in and they fire McClellan.
Well, here's the
maybe.
question. Do we look at this as we're putting it 5 because either you've made playoffs and you're out of your mind, or it's like a too little too late, dude. If you wanted to fire this fucking guy, you should have fired him in the middle of the season. Yep. But then the argument is like, well, now we have a full offseason to find a new coach.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck? But then the other argument of that is you could do that anyway, because you could just do an interim coach, and then you could still hire a new coach in the offseason, whatever.
Yeah.
Or do we say that this is 2 and go, yeah, it's a reset?
Yeah, because
Again, this is the dumbest blind ranking
This
in the world.
happened in the summer, right?
Yeah,
this could just be the last season was 82 games. We're done. Now we've got a new coach.
This is the dumbest blind ranking ever, and I love it.
It's
I
so
think we go. I don't know. Let's go 5.
Really?
Yeah, because you go.
Yeah, all right, 5.
You go,
5.
You go. What?
You're a coward. You should have done it earlier.
Yeah. Let's go 5.
70.
See, I love this.
2.
I now love.
We've
this.
seen that it
We've
works
seen
great.
It work. 12 games left, and you go, dude. We got to figure this out.
Final
right now.
push.
We go. Okay, so you want to leave 1 open.
We literally have an example where with 8 games it won a cup.
Yes,
so
correct.
fucking
And
suck
Vegas,
me
Vegas
if you
is
don't
4-0.
like it.
Vegas is 4-0. Okay, we're gonna go. You want to go 1 for 70?
No, I want to go 2.
2. Okay, 2. The perfect time to fire your coach is this many games in.
86.
You son of a bitch, dude.
You've lost 4 playoff games.
Okay,
Or you're
mid-series.
The series is 1-3. And you're like this, we need something here. We're down 3-1 in the series.
That is so good.
We're down 3-1 in the series in the
That's what I'm
first
saying, we're
round. We
down
need
3-1.
some juice. We need some juice.
That's what I was saying.
Coach is fired. Get a new man at the
That's
helm.
number 1.
86 specifically down 3-1 though.
down
Yeah.
Specifically down
86
3-1
games, you're down 3-1 in the first
gold.
round.
I know, you know what? I should have just said 85.
is
But
gold, dude. You're like this. Fuck.
Incredible. Well, that's about as crazy as a blind ranking as you're going to get from us. Hope you enjoyed this amazing episode with Chris Pronger. Like we said, go buy the book. Check out everything Prongs is doing. He is the best. Give us 5 stars, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. Subscribe to the YouTube. Go get some merch. We got some great new stuff coming out, some new playoff shirts coming out for every team It's great stuff. It's going to be fun as hell. We'll see you later in the week as this wildcard race continues to be insane. Till we get there, skate hard.